We are live, boys and girls. What's going on, everybody? Let's get the mic volume set, baby. How's everybody doing? How are my early comers doing? Today should be a pleasure of a stream. An absolute pleasure of a stream, guys. I told DurianRider to bring his A game today, number one. I told him I want classic DurianRider tonight. I don't want the fake, DurianRider we've had over the last couple of years. I want DurianRider of old. I want the real thing tonight. So, should be a good one. Hats off to good old Harley Johnstone. I actually had this scheduled. I totally forgot that he was a day ahead. So it's actually Saturday in Australia right now. And he hits me up yesterday saying, I'm ready. And I'm sitting here at my computer like, what the hell? And I didn't realize that he was actually a day ahead of me because we scheduled for Friday. So it was Friday my time, or so I thought, But anyway, so he said, let's do it again tomorrow. And here we are. So hopefully he'll be here 4:30. He's hard to get a hold of on Instagram. He's not super responsive on there, but we should be good. So let's get to this chat, eh? Yeah, the thumbnail, man. The thumbnail was pimp on this one. Somebody asked me earlier, what's the longest water fast I did? The longest water fast was like 2.5 days. I did not like it at all. We got sponsored by Monster White Can today. We're going to be super jazzed up. I feel like I'm already going to come out of my body right now. I feel good. I feel really good. Super amped. Christian, everybody else, man, all the familiar faces. I love you guys. Thank you for showing up. Harley Dendinger asks how I'm feeling. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. I worked out today. I worked out yesterday. Tomorrow's my off day, so I get to chill. I love knowing that I have tomorrow to basically rest because honestly, I've been just crushing my body. Same exact workouts, same exact everything, but the difference now is I'm really targeting and honing into perfect form. You have to get to a certain point of strength in calisthenics to be able to even do the exercise correctly. But once you can, then you really owe it to yourself to really dive in and make sure that the form is perfect. You get so much more out of the exercise. Your reps are going to go down, but you're going to get way more fatigued, and it's you can tell that you're doing something right for sure. Yeah, tonight will be me only. Tristan also has a stream tonight, so we actually going to probably overlap with our stream time, so it's just going to be me and DurianRider. Irish Carnivore, hey, how's it going, buddy? I remember you writing me on Instagram. Stay tuned on this one, man. Some people were already having issues. Well, hang on, let me turn that down. Some people were already having issues with me having DurianRider on and giving him a platform. Guys, don't get it twisted, man. My channel is tiny. DurianRider has over 200,000 subscribers. He has a bigger platform than me times 100 almost. So, this is all fun and games for me here. And I'm sure maybe we'll get into that, Maybe we'll get into that. We got Bart in the house. Where's Bart? He needs a hammer. Charlie Brown needs a hammer. There he goes. Taylor Marshall says, I was 5 years vegan, went to the dentist, and they said I had 9 cavities. I've been eating animal products again for a couple weeks. Yep, that's the wake-up call. That should have been my wake-up call a year and a half in when I got 4 cavities. It's funny because when the vegans go back to my old video, when I gave my first year vegan review, they're like, Drew's a liar. He's a liar. That's right where they go to. They call you a liar. They don't just say, you could have been wrong. What about being wrong? Good old-fashioned wrong. Huh? Why can't people be wrong anymore? Why are they a liar? They did it for money. Dude, I'm making pennies over here, guys. Not making shit. I'm doing this for fun, to help people. Would I love to go pro YouTuber? Sure. But at the end of the day, if this makes me no money, then so be it. Just like I invested in my vegan dating app, guys. I dropped thousands of dollars on that. Haven't made a penny back. Vegans say that I'm in it for the money. Hilarious. They should be thanking me. They're so ungrateful, right? Mish, glad to have you, girl. Soap on Slope, of course. The regular faces, I love all you guys. Sarah Keller's down 10 pounds. Hey, congratulations. Yeah, Bart is the man. Bart is the king of the science. I wish I had such a grasp of it like he does to be able to, on the fly, argue with people who try and throw science and studies in my face. But I just choose not to engage in that at all. I mean, I know that there's good science on both sides. I mean, on the carnivore meat eating side or whatever, but it's just not my interest, man. Like, I would have to spend months educating myself on the intricacies of all the numbers and the confidence intervals and linear regression and understanding what all these dots mean. And once you go that route, you better know what you're talking about. It's not something that you half-ass, because people who do know what they're talking about can really call you out. And I think that's what we're seeing with Bart in regards to vegan gains. Like, he's like the pseudo YouTube level researcher, and then there's like the real scientist that comes in and is like, no, that's not how it works. And then people are just like, no, don't listen to Bart. He yells on the microphone. Did you hear his Dr. Ricky interview? He got owned. No, dude. He didn't get owned. Bart showed up to that one and just wasn't going to give him an inch. And that's how you should be when it comes to actual facts. What's up, On Family? Hello, Honest AF. Glad to have you. I knew a fruitarian mom who also made her kids eat that way. Their teeth were so sad, worse than drinking Coke every day. You can go look up how acidic orange juice is. It's just as bad as soda. Now, I drink soda. I'm just saying that it is as bad as soda. And when you're drinking heavy quantities of fruit juices that are just destroying your teeth, keep in mind, like, you're drinking that over the period of like usually hours. And it's funny, another thing people called me a liar for, they said, I drink my smoothies in 10 minutes. Drew said he takes 2 hours. Yeah, I did take 2 hours to drink my fruit smoothies every day. I didn't just chug down 64 ounces of a fruit smoothie, 1,000 calories. Who does that? And I don't know anybody that did that in real life, by the way. I know people that claim that they did that, but I never saw them do that. So, carnivore dating app, so you can find a woman with a high sex drive. So here's what's interesting with the carnivore diet and the sex drive. Honestly, and I'm going to be full on real here, I feel like my drive is higher when I have a little bit of carbs. That's just me. For now. That's my observation for now. You know what I mean? When I'm full on meat only, it's fine. It's not like it's bad, but I do feel like when you spike the carbs in there, just something about it, it definitely like gets you to that next level. Like, I feel the most horny the day after drinking. If I drink a bunch the next day, I'm like so ready to go. It's crazy. We got Carnivore. Go vegan. Oh, we got Raw Lineman in the chat. She bought a pound of straight beef fat? She's insane, everybody. What's going on, everybody? That's my Carnivore impression. This is sponsored by White Milk, or White Can here, guys. I read Dylan's post, raw milk. Umberto, what fat to protein ratio are you following? I've looked into it on Chronometer. It's something like 40 to 45% of each, and then maybe 10% carbs per day. Something like that. I eat ribeyes a lot. I try and, if I'm going to buy ground beef, I eat 85% ground beef because that's the only one that they have that's organic, grass-fed. I eat a lot of eggs. I was doing probably higher fat more recently, but like the past few weeks I've been doing lower fat because I'm cutting back my calories a little bit. I'm trying to lean out the last little bit of body fat that I have on my stomach. There's not much left, honestly. Every day it's just chipping away at the block. More and more fat. But all I've cut out is milk. That's all I've cut out. So I'm eating as much meat as I feel like per meal. And when I can, I try and skimp a little bit on the calories just to dig deeper into the body fat. And then once that fat is where I want it to be, then I'm going to just start eating like full-blown meat and milk again and everything else. Air Puncher is going to bring the heat tonight, hopefully. Dude, I almost got my entire video demonetized for playing Air Puncher. In a 4-hour stream, I played Air Puncher, and the damn Rocky song in there almost got me demonetized. Hey, Stephanie, what's up? Thanks for coming. We got Vegan Revolution. He's a huge fan. Mish already deleted your message. I couldn't even read it fast enough. Let him post, Mish. I want to see what Vegan Rev. You got to let the peasants speak. Yeah, I eat the yolk, Steph. I eat the yolk. I eat everything. I eat 5 eggs, whatever. No problem. I feel great. Casey. So Casey made a video using some of my clips yesterday or 2 days ago. I'm gonna actually watch that. Dude, we got an awesome stream today, guys. First of all, thanks for coming early. DrewMorg should show up in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna send him a link. I have my thing set up. Hopefully my sound works properly today. I have it set up so that we can both see what's going on my screen and he can hear it. So we can do live critiques of YouTube videos. It's going to be sick. You're going to get to see DurianRider pop off. You're going to get to see me pop off. I'm sure we're going to argue over some shit. I'm sure we're going to agree over some shit. But overall, it's going to be dope. Okay, Eli, the science guy. Bart, why do you think some people have reduced libido on straight carnivore? My only side effect, I honestly was way hornier on even vegan, but otherwise carnivore felt fantastic. That's an interesting point, Eli. And I do somewhat second that. I think when people are eating just pure fat and they have no... man, I don't want to get my terms mixed up here, but basically when they're not eating enough protein and not doing a bit of like carb conversion from their protein... I think personally, this is straight Drew theory right here. That's probably what's getting them into trouble right there. If they're eating like a ketogenic diet. But if they're eating carnivore where they're eating like roughly 40 to 45% of their calories from protein, I don't think that they're going to have an issue with that. I don't know the grams of fat, Carnivore. Your video today was awesome, dude. The one where you talk about, your most recent one, talking about the new vegan connection between all the current vegans talking shit on the raw vegans, saying that that's not sustainable, that's not healthy. Well, then how did we evolve to eat plants only if we can't handle raw plants? That doesn't make any sense. You guys got to go watch Carnivore's latest video. Super good video. In my opinion, you took a huge piece of the argument away from vegans. You just turned their own gun on themselves, basically. Fucking amazing, dude. Oh yeah, even vegan game. Yeah, exactly. Even Vegetable Police is calling me on my bullshit. Yeah, we're gonna watch that video today. We're gonna watch that video. I got a lot to say about that video. I'll save it though. I'll save it till he gets here. I'll save all my commentary for Vegetable Police till we watch that video. I've never done a bone broth fast. No, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure you can make that happen. If somebody wanted to do a raw milk fast, I would say that's probably all right. Yeah, Vegetable Police is kind of caught in the middle. He's like the carnivore plantriotic. If that makes sense to you guys. And then you have Jackson Foster, plantriotic. On the vegan side, caught in the middle, confused. Casey's caught in the middle on the carnivore side, confused. You know, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about Casey. He won't come on my show. I invited him on the show. I told him to come discuss whatever. He won't. He didn't even he told me he doesn't go on channels unless they have 4,000 subscribers. So I'm almost there. So make sure you guys subscribe so we hit 4K and then I can shove him in his face and get him on. He was obviously joking, but I don't think he would come on even if I hit 4,000 or 10,000 for that matter. I don't think he really wants to chat, to be honest. And I don't know why. I think a lot of these guys, they stay reserved in their little pocket just in case they want to hate on you later for content because they don't want to become friends with people on YouTube so they can actually talk shit on you later. And we already see that that's what he's doing. A week later, he makes a video using my my footage, man. I got nothing against him for it. Honestly, it doesn't affect me at all. but it gives me something to make commentary on today. So we're going to cover that. Pretty funny. Funny, like, little tidbit clip that he pulled and then he puts on there and doesn't include the stuff after it or anything like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Stan Efferding, dude, that guy's a legend. If I could start getting some big badass people like that. See, right now I'm getting big timers in the vegan movement on my show because I was vegan and I have a lot to say about that, and it's like controversial basically. But these guys that are outside the vegan movement that are huge, like they just have no attachment to me whatsoever. So it's very hard to get them on the show, I'm sure. Although I haven't tried, so let's see. Let's see. Vohan is misquoting the Bart K. Do not do that. We get misquoted a lot, Bart. You know? We get misquoted a lot. You guys want to hear the little back and forth I had with Plant-Based Athlete today via Instagram? We had a little argument today in the DMs. If you guys are interested in that, I'll talk about that a little bit. Ooh, you know what I forgot to do with this? Give me 1 second. I forgot to make it so that the speed of it is very fast. I like having a very quick chat. Very responsive chat. Let me see if I can fix that after we've already started streaming. If not, then oh well. Give me 1 second, guys. We're always learning here. VP's memory spans only for a few weeks. I have played Black Ops 4. Yeah, I'm something you guys don't actually know about me is that I'm actually a closet gamer. PBA is slow. You know, we started getting kind of he started getting a little snappy, argumentative with me in the DMs, and I said, "Dude, you're not going to win a quip battle with me, so don't even try." And we became cordial after that. But the thing is that you know, I think he's stuck in old science. I think that he took his Cornell course, which is like, you know, this online course basically, which gave him like indoctrination of sorts, I guess. And now he's like stuck on that and he can't get away from that. And he really loves his Caldwell Esselstyn and stuff like that. So I don't think that he's going to be coming out of it anytime soon. Gary Carburetor. Bart, I can't believe you got on stream with Gary Carburetor, by the way. That is hilarious, dude. The Insta drama. Yeah, I don't know what's up with even I don't have a theory for Vegetable Police's skin. I have no idea what's up with his skin. To be perfectly fair, I don't think it's meat that's going to fix it. I don't know. Did I have any concern about going a carnivore since Dr. Baker's tea was so low? No, not regarding his tea. Because dude, the guy is huge, and his reasoning for the free testosterone was really good. Like he's basically said, I'm utilizing that testosterone. That's kind of a good reason in my opinion. And if you look at the actual results that he has, he is very massive and strong and big. So it's like obviously he's able to put on muscle, which would be a primary concern for having low testosterone, right? And then another thing I want to point out is that when I was at the tail end of my Raw Till 4 career doing 2 years into my veganism, I took a blood test and I actually had really good testosterone levels, although I couldn't put on any freaking muscle mass. I don't think Gary's here. No. I don't think PBA would tell you to eat vegan if he was failing, because I don't think he's doing it for the animals. See, that's the beauty of Plant-Based Athlete is I don't think he's in it for the animals. I think he's in it for the health. And I like that part of it. I like that part of his thing. Yeah, I saw that. I know what you're saying, Carnival, about him getting excited about Impossible Burger because, um, I think he just wants to push more veganism, and that's understandable. But all these vegans, man, they're getting sick of whole food plant based. Like true whole food plant based guys, like your meals are this big. You're eating 2 to 3 pounds of beans and rice and quinoa for dinner, and it gets tiring, man. Like so tiring to have your stomach just ballooned out, dude. I hated eating that way. And then over time, I naturally started going for more nutrient dense or calorie dense foods with higher fat. And it became a mess. Umberto asks if I'm currently cutting and plan to get big after the cut. Are you going to go join a gym? No, I'm going to continue working out at home. Listen, I already seen the results, the quick results of what I can build on 2 meals a day when I incorporate a lot of dairy. Like my weight was steady going up. Like I tell you guys, I was waking up at 150 at one point. That was carb depleted. I was waking up at 150. So I cut back down to 145 over time because I was like, I still wanted to lose that last little bit of fat. But I'm telling you, once I start eating for like the real gains, then I'm certain that I can put on probably 2 to 3 pounds a month, which is just about ideal. So there shouldn't be too much fat gain. It should just be all muscle mass. I'm hoping. I'm over 99 says, so fucking sick of grains, sweets, and breads. Vegan is boring as hell. I had a saying when I was vegan was SOS, sick of sweet. Sick of sweet. I was sick of sweet food, man. Literally just like, ugh. Sid Meister, what's going on? Glad to have you. Chet says there's no way you need a huge muscle mass. That's true. You don't need it. But yeah, the way that I look at it is it's May. Summer's right around the corner. I live in Southern California. I enjoy, the pool. I enjoy going public places. I'm never going to be the biggest, strongest guy ever. I realize that. I don't care about that. I just want to look good. I want to be lean body mass. I want to be have my abs showing. People can say whatever they want about the aesthetics of that. The point is that being lean and strong is not unhealthy. So why would you choose not to do that? If you don't want to be that way, that's cool. Go do whatever you want to do. Like Vegetable Police, he wants to get fat all of a sudden. Like that's now in his mind, like, let's get fat. Okay, cool. He says that he looks in the mirror and he never thinks I should change my body. Okay. All right. Whatever you want to do, bro. Don't make up excuses. Don't include your boy Drew over here talking shit, saying Drew's trying to cut body fat. Dude, if you want to get fat, you don't need to criticize me. Go get fat on your own. I don't want to have anything to do with your little fat self. Oh, Bart, I'm so happy that you're going to get Corey McCarthy. Oh my God, that's going to be a good one, man. That's going to be a really good one. That's a fantastic. If you can't get vegan gains, that's another science pusher that I would love for you to talk to. He actually agreed to come on my channel, but I don't really have anything to talk to him about, to be honest with you. I don't think it'd be a fun stream, and whatever. Fried Plastic says, are you cutting fat at 150 pounds? I'm cutting fat at 145 pounds. Do I have an eating disorder? No. I just look in the mirror. I see that there's some fat that doesn't need to be there on my stomach. I want to get rid of it. Get rid of it. No problem. Do I miss living in Hawaii? No, I do not at all. I basically burnt myself out of being in Hawaii. I'm very happy to be back home in Southern California. I fucking love California, man. California has everything you could ever want in the world. Accessibility to absolutely everything. The beach, the mountains, every food option you could ever want, any time of the day. If you want beautiful scenery, you can go anywhere you want. So many options, man. Hawaii is as great as it is. It only has like one option, the beach. The beach is epic there, but when it's raining for 2 weeks straight, you can't go to the beach, and it sucks really bad. And people don't understand. Oh, the tropical rain. You don't know shit about the east side of the Big Island, guys. It rained several times on us for no exaggeration, 2 weeks straight, 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. Like devastating rains. Let's see. Hedge. So he asks, isn't it more reasonable to explain Sean Baker's low testosterone to previous steroid use? He's a world record holder. It's common to lose your testosterone. I can't comment on that. He says he's natty. When I look at his body and I think of a 6'5" guy who's eating 5 pounds of meat a day, like he looks about right. And he's not some super shred monster, Like if he was as big as he is, 250 pounds or whatever, and like 6% body fat at his age, that would be suspicious. So you guys got to understand when it comes to steroid usage, generally people that look suspicious have like massive traps, massive shoulders. None of that looks out of proportion for him. He's just a big freaking guy, and he's super strong. Like think of his genetics. Like he's 250 pounds, 6'5". He is a monster of a man. So it's not that unreasonable for a guy to be that large and be fucking strong, if you think about it, right? What do I think about eating indigenous to ancestry? I think it's a valid start to a hypothesis. I don't know if we have enough information on that yet. What did I eat today? Yes, honest. I intermittent fast, and I what did I eat today? I had a huge ribeye steak for lunch. That's it, with some Diet Coke, and now I'm drinking a Monster, and Vegetable Police says that I need all caffeine. It's true, guys. I drink a lot of caffeine. I just enjoy it. Mish, you're moving to San Diego? Everybody's moving there. I'm 5'10", Saeed. Let's see here. Okay, I've caught up with the chat. Now I need to try and figure out this chat situation over here. I just totally got sidetracked. Entertaining is a lot more important when you're live, with 100 and something people. DurianRider is 6'1". Somebody asked. Ooh, Machin 82. Thank you for the 99 cents. That is appreciated. If people want to donate, go nuts. It's always appreciated. And by the way, if you write something with it, I'm going to read it. Do I eat grass-fed? Yeah, I try. I try and eat grass-fed. I can usually only afford ground beef grass-fed. I eat conventional ribeyes, but I can get really good. I don't know if anybody's going to believe that's even a possibility, but I get super good conventional ribeyes from Stater Brothers here in California. They've got really, really, really good meat. Yes, I'm 5'10" and 145, Matt. I'm quite small right now, to be honest with you. But like I said, body fat is body fat. It's got to go. Why does fish increase sex drive? I mean, on a scientific level, every vegan gets hypersexual after reintroducing fish. It's a good question. I really don't know. I think that horniness, maybe I want to take this back because I feel most horny after a day of drinking, and I'm definitely not healthy after a day of drinking. So, I don't know. Sophie, I don't know. Maybe Bart can answer that. The last moderator was abysmal. Oh, Tristan? I don't know what you're talking about there, Wesley. Wesley Snipes. DurianRider. Ooh, we're at 4:30, aren't we? Let's see if we can get DR over here. Let's see. Hopefully we don't have any... issues today. Let's get this fired up. Okay, we're going to delete this little guy. Do I have Mr. DurianRider on my friends list? That's the question. Nope. Let's see if he's responded to me on the old Instagram. Okay. How do I send this to the Mr. DR? I've got his email somewhere in here. Give me a second, guys. The chat I have with DurianRider is absolutely hilarious in the DMs. I'll have to entertain you guys for a few more moments. I do live near an airport. Yeah, Orange County, Santa Ana Airport. The airplanes fly straight overhead. You got the beach, you got the airplanes, you got everything. What's up, Eco Steve? How you doing, bud? Oh, dude, Isaac Butterfield. I like that guy. I just found out about him recently. Okay, so here's the goal for today, guys. I want you guys to find really good YouTube videos that are recent that you want me and DurianRider to watch and to comment on. That's what we're going to do today primarily. All right? So, and if you donate, I'll definitely watch your video. More than likely. Unless it's some really weird shit. It's got to be vegan, fitness related. Hopefully people that we know. I want to comment on people that are relevant. I don't think he's going to want to do any freely videos. So probably forget that. Like I said, my first video on the radar is going to be the Vegetable Police video that he just recently made. I'm calling him right now. Dual-sided marketing. Hey, Machin. This is a Tasco hat? My brother gave this to me. He works in the industry. He gets a lot of free shit. A lot of free shit. It's a cool hat, though. I like it. But yeah, we do have bikes. Dominion. What's Dominion? Trying to bring in the King, Bretsky. I'm trying to bring him in. He's only active 1 hour ago on YouTube. What's he up to? Let's see the Instagram. Where is he at? What's up, RC Tyler? Sophie Ann, you do not want to look like a fruitarian. That's the worst case scenario. Saeed says he took on mine and Tristan's advice for shred and recomp, and he's leaned out considerably. Currently refeeding on 1 kilogram of chicken wings. Nice, that's a lot. And half pound grass-fed lamb and 500 grams of fermented yogurt. Solid. That's how you do it, man. I don't know how big you are. Obviously, you're going to have to tailor your calorie amount to your size and all that stuff. Megan Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome. DR should be here hopefully soon. He's standing me up right now. He's not answering his DMs. He'll show up. He'll show up. He knows what we're doing. Oh yeah, CMC is going to be around, guaranteed. I think I may have sent him the link for this today. Yeah, we're going to watch the VP video. I haven't seen the Dominion Vohan, but I did recently watch some halal meat, cow throat slitting shit, and it's really hard to watch that stuff. Yeah, message DrewMorg, get him on here. Do we care about Sunfruit Dan? Honestly, I don't know much about him. I followed his story a little bit. I had no idea about all the crazy turmoil that he's experienced and the drama over the last few years. I don't even want to get into that. It's like too crazy. But what I will comment on when Sunfruit Dan was, I didn't like his OMAD results. I do think he's looking a bit old, like especially from the last day or so, or the last year or year and a half or so. I don't think his results are great for what he's been the effort he's been putting in. And he has like 14, in one video you see he's got like 14 supplements on the table that he's taking as a vegan. So I didn't think that was very impressive, to be honest with you. Love new content, MGTOW. I'm not going to make a edited video about the VP trashing situation. But we are going to watch that video today, so you're going to get a live commentary on it. Hopefully with DurianRider if he shows up. Megan Elizabeth. Do you guys know who Megan Elizabeth is? Does anybody here know? Megan, show us your gains. I hope Harley shows up. I stood him up yesterday, so I hope he's not getting back at me today. It was an accident. I forgot that Australia is a whole fucking day ahead. How do I make this faster? I hate how the chat is like 10 seconds behind. I want it to be just like, right there. How do I change this? They started forcing everybody to use the Creator Studio beta. It's so ridiculous. Data on ex-vegans. I watched some of that, the Veggies for Thought video. I watched some of it. These guys have a large portion of their assumptions are wrong. For instance, they think that everybody did raw veganism or something like that. It's really weird how they all assume this. Hidden talents. Huh. The ones I can share. I'm good at shooting guns. Really good. What else? I'm a secret closet gamer. I'm good at that. What else? That's it? That's all I can do that's good? I guess that's it. Hidden talents. I don't play any instruments. If I could, I would sing. I would be a vocalist. Thoughts on Fully Raw Christina? She's pretty irrelevant these days. I don't know. Is she making any waves? Is she doing anything? She's whatever. She's Fully Raw Christina. Megan, should I show your picture that you sent me? You guys, Megan Elizabeth is ripped right now. This is good. This is good closet content, Megan. Good publicity. Umberto with the $2 donation, asking Dr. Gregor about ex-vegans, oil, etc. Who was that? A video? Clarify that for me. What is that? Asking Dr. Gregor about ex-vegans. Is that a video that was made recently? What about eating pussy when vegan? It's not vegan. It's not vegan. It's funny, man, because some of these chicks out here claiming to be vegan on the YouTube, I'm not going to name names, but we both we all know here that there's some hoes in this house. And these chicks are not vegan, man. You know damn well they've ingested a little animal protein, if you know what I'm saying. DurianRider is inactive on Instagram. Hopefully he's not woken up dead from a steroid nap. Heart palpitations. Is that a Mick the Vegan? Okay, Mick the Vegan video. Let me asking Dr. Bonex vegans. God, Mick the Vegan. What a nasally man. Let me pull that up in the background. There we go. Oh God, this is gonna be horrible. Why'd you give me this video?
Finally.
Ugh, I can already tell. The two most, no. You throw in Happy Healthy Vegan in there, you got the three most annoying voices on all of YouTube. Good Lord. Let me see. So I'd like to see some names out of the audience. Since I can't say the names, I want you guys to give me the names of some of the vegan chicks you think that are only 99.9% vegan because some of their calories be coming from man protein. Let's see some names. I'm curious who you guys think are some of these people that I have in mind. I got some names. I just can't say them. I got some names. I just can't say them. I'm going to show you guys a picture of Megan Elizabeth that she sent me. Megan is looking jizzacked right now, guys. Hopefully you can see this. Ooh! God damn. Look at that. When was the last time you seen Megan Elizabeth look like that? Tell me. Tell me. That looks like a healthy person to me. I lived with Megan for 2 years in Hawaii, and she didn't make gains like that. And I saw her put in the work, too. Ooh, Taylor says now. Ooh, the ginger. Ooh. Fully raw dog control. God. You guys. Ooh. Hey, Danny with the donation. What's up, Drew? I'm in Adelaide, the home of DRI. Shout out to Adelaide, man. Cycling capital. I actually thought about going there. Carson Flowers, your bitch face makes me cringe. Oh. Vegan Gains, welcome to the chat. We got all the big dogs. They're all fans, guys. They're followers of the channel. They enjoy the content. We might have to get Vegan Gains on here if Harley doesn't show up. This is shit, says Roy Hodgson. Oh my goodness. Sophie says, don't be a cunt, Drew. Well, why am I being a cunt? Hey, honest AF, there's nothing wrong with gingers. By the way, I just found out that gingers can't get gray hair. That's kind of cool. There's a redheaded guy that's been calling me out named, let's see, like Distinct Vegan or forgot his name. Anyway, like Average Vegan or something. He's been calling me out and he said that I've aged tremendously since I've gone back to the meat. I've got a lot of gray hair now. And he's like, I don't have any gray hair. And he's got red hair. So I end up going to Google and searching, can redheads get gray hair? And they do not get gray hair. So I sent him the little paragraph on YouTube or from Google, and then he's like, oh shit, fair point. All right. Vegan Gains and Bart K, you guys need to get in a live stream together. It needs to happen. Richard, it's time. I'll moderate it. How about that? I'll moderate it. I'll make sure Bart, stays under control. You might get out of control, Richard. You've been known to get out of control too. You've been a bad boy on streams. I don't know Megan's secrets to her gains. I don't know what she's up to over there. I don't live in Hawaii anymore. Okay, later, Vegan Gains. Ricardo. My boy Ricardo. Shout out to Richard, man. Ooh, okay, Bart. See him in court. Fuck it. I'm Andrew, but everybody calls me Drew. Where is Mr. Ryder? He's active 5 minutes ago on Instagram. I'm just going to keep blowing up his chat until he sees it. Soap on Slope, I think Vegan Gains is actually cutting right now. He does look a lot better. He was getting a little poofy for a bit there. No, he didn't forget, man. I sent him a message at noon my time, so 5 hours ago. And he saw the messages, and I showed him the thumbnail and everything, so he should all right, I think we're just gonna have to move to the vegetable police video. You guys want to do that? We could just do that while we're waiting for Harley. We could talk a little smack before the stream starts. Here's the thing I don't understand about the Vegan Gains argument about why he won't talk to Bart K. So he says the main reason is because Bart K doxes people online, right? So if that's his argument, then what's stopping Bart from doing that right now? Like, Bart wants to debate, so by not debating him, you're going to piss him off even more. Then he would have a reason to dox you. So he can dox you either way. He doesn't have to deal with you online on a live stream. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with the fact that he can or cannot dox you. So I don't understand how that's protecting you in any way or whatever. That, honestly, I'm really just, that's what I've broken down the situation as, right? Anyway. Yes, I'm buzzing on the monster. I love it. It's so good. All right. Let's pull up some videos. I don't know the whole ordeal with the Bart K lawsuit. I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that. I'm hoping that they can settle it outside. I want to see the debate between Bart K and Vegan Gains. Yeah, the drink tastes good. The Monster tastes good. Okay. Let's see here. Vegetable police, we're all liars. See, like I said, everybody... Let me get the transition going here. All right. So here's the video. Casey made a video yesterday. Are all diet YouTubers lying about their health for money? Okay. So this is what I don't understand. Why aren't people just allowed to be wrong anymore? Like, say that they're wrong, say that they're stupid, say that they are like trying to gain, I guess gaining fame and making money is similar, right? But why are they automatically liars? In this video, you're going to see how I'm not a liar. That's the way I look at it. So it's weird how people perceive what lying is. I see Bart. Okay. So because he said you doxed is slander, which you didn't do, I'm sure you're going to be able to prove, like he would have to prove that that's true, right? Which you can't prove that. So it's basically a slam dunk case. But in a legal sense, he hasn't really cost you any money. He's actually probably gotten you more fame by speaking your name from his channel, which is really funny, by the way. These big YouTubers don't understand. They want to silence people. Like Freely brings me up in her videos. She doesn't understand that she's actually making me more popular. See, if they just didn't mention old Bart K and old Drew Morgan, people would just not know who we are. But then Dum Freely makes a video with her 750,000 subscribers, and now everybody knows who I am. Not smart. Because some people are going to be curious. They're going to come over to my channel. They're going to want to figure out who's this bad guy who's talking bad about vegans. And then they're going to be like, oh shit, I have some of those symptoms Drew was talking about. Oh shit, Drew's actually looking pretty good these days. What happened? He had some soy titties the last month he was vegan. All right, let's watch this video.
The world is full of liars, my friend.
Not me.
You gotta be diligent. Our only hope to find some truth in this world is to develop a third eye instinct, right in the third eye, and just beam it at people to find out. It's raining, so I'm trying to keep the lens underneath the protection of my hand. How you doing? For the longest time, I thought the vegan diet was the healthiest diet because I was listening to
Michael
a bunch
Morgan.
of lying vegans telling me
Michael
how great
Morgan
they
in the
felt.
chat.
And then meanwhile, a couple years later, they all come out. It's like, oh yeah, my stomach exploded twice. Every video twice it happened. Now I'm starting to realize the
David, you got to go watch my video that I made back, I don't know, in August or something like that, talking about my symptoms. I had the soy titties stuff, not the good kind of titties. By the way, Michael Morgan in the chat, guys, respect the wrench. That's my real life brother. By the way, he has my bicycle, and he's way faster than me on that bicycle because he was eating meat. And Mr. Vegan Cyclist Drew over here, weighing 145 pounds, thought he was a hotshot, and then he gets smoked off the back because his brother is eating regular food, drinking alcohol from time to time, and just being a normal person.
carnivore dieters are doing it as well. I can sense it now. I see it. I was watching.
You don't know shit.
I'm not gonna name any names here. Yes,
He's not gonna name any names.
I'm gonna name it. What's his name? DrewMorg. I was watching a video of his because he said he wanted to do an interview with me, and I said I only talk to people with 4K subs or more. I burned him good. I watched his debate with Ted Carr.
We're almost at 4K, guys, so he better man up.
The arrogance from Ted Carr. Come on, Ted. I hate when vegans are so just laughing at meat eaters saying like, oh yeah, well I was struggling. He's like, yeah? Fucking Ted. I like Ted too. But anyway, DrewMorg, he makes good videos, so I was watching
That's what I say all the time, believe me.
He's doing something about intermittent fasting, and he said it. And I caught it. He said, I feel okay.
It took a little bit to adapt to doing everything fasted and going so... Hold on. We got to pause this. We may have a DurianRider... We may have a DurianRider encounter here. Okay. Okay. I've sent the invite. We'll go back to our scheduled programming. I'll keep an eye on my texts, and we'll go from there. Sorry, I'm going to back this up about 5 seconds or whatever. All right, here we go. Teddy boy. Ted Carr, man. Ted Carr is a character. Okay. DurianRider's in the house. Cool, man. Work it out. Work it out. It's a pain in the ass. I get it. I sent you the link in there. Log in. Hopefully it's going good. And then I'll pick you up from there. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Doing something about intermittent fasting, and he said it. And I caught it. He said, I feel okay.
It took a little bit to adapt to doing everything fasted and going so late in the day. Right now it's about 2 p.m. I feel okay. I'm ready to get my lunch on, I can tell you that much.
The way he said it, I was like, you feel like shit right now. I can see it. I can feel it. The intermittent fasting, he's cutting down, he's doing like, whatever, 4-hour eating window.
I'm doing an 8-hour eating window.
He's like, yeah, I feel okay. It's like, no, you feel tired, you're exhausted, you're hungry, you feel like shit, you're gonna go home and eat as soon as this video's done.
Yeah, it was.
And I can see it now. We gotta be scientists.
Okay. So, he's calling me out for feeling tired. Yeah. Okay. It was 2 p.m. I had no food for the whole day. I had just done a 1-hour workout plus a 45-minute walk with my shirt off in the 85-degree sun. You guys see how hot it is there. Like, pardon me, vegetable police, for being a little tired and admitting that I'm hungry at 2 p.m. after all that work. Like, I don't understand. Like, a liar, a bullshitter would have told you, man, I feel great. I've been fasting all day. I can run a marathon right now. I'm totally fresh. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm pretty hungry. And honestly, when I look back and I watch that video, like, I can see that my mind was not all the way there. I misspoke a few times in that video, which was a little bit uncharacteristic of me. And I'm totally honest about that, right? Like, a bullshitter would have said that everything is great, and that's not what I did. Let me read what my brother said in the chat. You guys, let me tell you, it's good to have my brother back. He wasn't actually crazy when he was vegan for 5 years, but kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Look at him now, thriving. He's joking, he's messing around, but it's true. Like, imagine telling people that you're going to do a 30-day juice fast in your family first of all, they're not even close to vegan. So they've never even heard of something so insane. And then I'm sitting there like juicing oranges all day long, trying to like do God knows what. And they're just watching me just shrink, emaciate myself. So, DurianRider, man. I love him. Oh, dude, Saeed, you're going to participate in Ramadan? Well, that's easy. You just intermittent fast all day. Straight up. Jason Joseph, 85 is hot. We don't all live in Dallas in the heat of summer. It's probably not even hot. I know it's not even hot there right now because I get the weather reports daily, weekly, whatever. All right, let's keep going. DurianRider, how have you not logged in to freaking Google Hangouts yet? Come on. Yeah, I juice fasted, Bart K. 30 days. I'm a madman. Careful with my words. Exactly, Meg. Exactly. If someone straight calls me out, I'm happy to just go head to head with them and hash it out. I'll let the audience decide who's making more sense. Fucking liars, they evade. They don't want to even get face to face. I'm alive. Like, come see me. Right? Obviously, it's as close as we can get to being face to face with somebody. You can kind of see my eyes. You can see the body language. You know what I mean? Clayton Kloppenborg, welcome to the chat. He says, you look like a cancer patient on that juice fast. That's true. I know this guy. I know Clayton Kloppenborg in real life. He saw that. People were worried about me. Anyway.
Forensic agents to cut through the bullshit of all these people. So I'm starting to question everybody now, and I'm looking for the ultimate truth. I want to be on the right path towards health. And I want to be on the ultimate truth too. A lot of the carnivore dieters they're not very energized, are they? Without coffee. They need something. You either have some carbs or coffee. You need stimulants or carbs.
I do both.
I'm trying to find the people who are doing like keto, no stimulants, and they're energized.
Okay. Vegetable Police will fucking bake a raw chicken in his cupboards in Thailand and eat that after 3 days. But he has an issue with people drinking coffee? What is he talking about? Right? What's up, Child Necromancer? Like, Vegetable Police is the most extreme dude ever, and he has an issue with people drinking caffeine to just enhance their life because they enjoy it. What the is he talking about? What is he talking about? It's so minimal in the grand scheme of things. Okay, so let's see here. I'm gonna switch back to this thing. Let's see if we can get DurianRider over here. Where are you at, DR? Stop playing around. DurianRider. Okay. DurianRider's at... Invite. All right, DR. I sent you another invite. It should be in your Hangouts screen. Hangouts is very mysterious the way that it works. I totally understand why it's a pain in the ass. Believe me. The caffeine is making you so self-centered and anxious. Well, it started on the vegan diet, so blame the vegan diet for my caffeine consumption. I could easily not drink caffeine, and it really wouldn't be a big deal. I just really love it. Fully admit that. You guys can let Vegan Revolution's hater chats go. Don't worry about him. He's harmless. He's harmless. If Vegan Foot Soldier shows up, let him speak their mind. I don't mind smacking these little dorks down. No problem. They're just providing me more content. When did you stop caring? When did you stop caring about your health, Vegan Revolution? When did you stop caring about your fellow man? When did you stop caring about your fellow man's health? On family, relax. I have instructed my mods to be extremely aggressive. Michael Morgan, we've been drinking coffee since we were little kids. We're Cuban. We've been drinking the little mini coffee cups from our great-grandparents babysitting us when we were 3 years old, literally. And I just had a conversation this weekend with my great-aunt, my grandma, all the elder Cubans. We get together like a couple times a year. I happened to be with them this weekend for my brother's baby shower, and we were all talking about this, how we've been drinking coffee since we were kids, and they were laughing about it. Junior M. Jordan, I don't know about the stream that Elise deleted. I didn't know she deleted it, but everything's fine. Vegan Rev, okay, you're just annoying. No, never mind. Ban him! Gaining weight on a carnivore diet, you're going to have to probably include some dairy. Said, Drew, you willing to talk for a second about how your bowel movements change after incorporating more animal foods? First of all, guys, something that my boy Tristan, Primal Edge Health, taught me is they're not animal products, they're animal foods. Let's use that word. They're not products, all right? Foods, animal foods. So, incorporating animal foods. All right. My bowel movements are generally amazing. If all I ate was chicken and steak and water, I would literally have perfect digestion. Literally perfect. Where is DurianRider? This isn't me, guys. DR is just, I don't know. He can't figure out Google Hangouts or something. It's not an easy thing to use, but, you know. Let me see if I can do this. I got another method here. It's such a pain to get this thing figured out. It's such a weird app. I wish that Skype worked for me. It's so much easier to use. It's broken. Ooh, somebody asked if I eat peanut butter? Oh man, peanut butter, the worst thing ever for digestion. The worst thing. I cannot eat any nuts. Right now, anyway. Sophie asks, what can you drink except for coffee as a stimulant to feel more awake when you're not sleeping enough? What's wrong with coffee? I guess you can drink tea, like black tea or something. Oolong tea. Let's see. Teaching people veganism is the issue, is dangerous false diagnosis, as evidently it's not the issue when so many are healthy on it. So it must be another undiagnosed variable. Be scientific, please. Vegan revolution. I am 10 times more scientific than you, so let's begin there. Number one, I do accept the fact that there are healthy long-term vegans, first of all. I just don't think that they stay vegan. So, like, for instance, I think that Derrick Simnet is a healthy long-term vegan. I'm in the middle of making a video on him, by the way. It's going to be awesome. I hope that you guys are all subscribed to the channel so that you can catch that when it releases. I will be making a video on him. I'm also preparing a video on Plantriotic, Jackson Foster. They're going to be some dope videos. Anyway, I don't think that these people are thriving. I don't think that they're optimal. I think that they're doing well, relatively. I think that the people who think the vegan diet is so amazing for their health are people who came from really shitty diets in the past, and that's what they're comparing it to. So it's not like they're coming off a proper animal foods diet, and then they're going vegan, and then things even got better. I think it's generally the other way around. Number two, I feel like most people who are long-term vegans, they do not stay vegan, so something inevitably goes wrong. They can't heal from certain injuries like we're seeing with John Venus right now. It's typically the athletes, the people who are really pushing their bodies, they're breaking tissue down. They lose collagen in their face. Go watch Vegan Deterioration's channel. We see people that have lost a lot of collagen around their eyes, the fat around their eyes. Eyes are sinking into the back of their head. It's how can you deny that some vegans don't have success long term? Okay. Simnet has eaten salmon right out of the stream. That'd be funny. No, I have something. I have something much better than that, Eli. I have something much better than that, actually. It's an actual reason why things are going well for him, and others, by the way. So, what is your experience, if any, with psychedelics? I have experience. They're not my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Okay, I think we might have a way to get DurianRider. Do-do-do-do-do. Bear with that horrendous sound. The Simnet video is going to be very good. I'm going deep on it. Oh! We got him. Okay, let's get you the right way.
All right, how are we going to do that?
That way, I guess.
Right, we've got it on.
Cancel that other thing that's coming up. Google Hangouts is a mess. I don't even blame you for this one.
Oh, that's all good. It's just learning something new.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. Let me know when you're... Well, I think you're set up over there. No, the other way was good. The other way was good, if you can.
Gotcha.
There we go. All right, we're going to bring you on, okay? Uh-oh.
Yep.
Now we lost you.
Hang on. Where are we? Wait a sec. Here we go.
There we go. Get comfy, man. Get comfy.
Yeah, I'm comfy.
All right. All right, guys. Here we go. I hope you have a Sprite with you because I got the Monster right here.
Yeah, I got some water here.
Okay, good. All right, here we go. All right, guys, welcome, Mr. DurianRider, to the stream. You're gonna see myself and you combined on the stream. Go the other way if you can.
Yep. Yeah, here we
Beautiful. Okay.
Natasha, if you come out, make sure you're not naked.
Yeah, make sure she's not. I don't want to lose the rights over here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we'll save that for another video, another time.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, let me adjust this tripod.
Beautiful. Yeah, I got you a little off center. I could adjust it, but I don't want to mess with the settings right now.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So, guys, please welcome DurianRider, Harley Johnstone, to the chat. Harley, did you call this meeting or did I? I can't remember.
I think we were chatting the other day and said it'd be a good idea to have a bit of a chit chat.
A chit chat, exactly.
Yeah.
So you got some grapes there. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking today.
Yeah.
I don't have anything specific to talk about. What my goal was to play... First thing on the radar was to play this Vegetable Police video he made about me. And I was going to, assuming the sound works, we'd both comment on it live. What do you think?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay, let's see if it works. First of all, how's the day going? You said you were back from a running race. How'd it go?
Yeah, I got fourth.
Fourth.
Had like some of the best runners in Australia turn up today.
Okay.
It was one of the guys. He's a 104 half marathoner. The girl, she's like Olympic level runner, and she did a 16:16 5K. I did a 17:04. It was good, very good training. Got smoked.
You got smoked?
Yeah, I got to start running more than 5Ks a week. So,
okay, well, so we're halfway through the video or so. We'll start it here. Hopefully you can hear the video and not hear yourself. That would be great. All right. People are seeing the back end here. All right, here we go. So many screens and things.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Whatever, 4-hour eating window. He's like, yeah, I feel okay. It's like, no, you feel tired, you're exhausted, you're hungry, you feel like shit, you're gonna go home and eat as soon as this video's done. And I can see it now. We gotta be scientists, forensic agents to cut through the bullshit.
Have you seen this video, by the way?
No. I thought he was in Thailand.
No, he's back in Canada
cold.
now.
Why not? You didn't get enough Patreon money to live in Thailand, or?
Well, I don't know. I mean, he's probably missed his girlfriend and his mom, so he had to get back there. I mean, how long can you really survive in Thailand? It's a third world country, let's be honest here.
No, man. Like, what do you mean? Thailand? Have you been to Thailand?
I've been to Mexico, and I know that they're the same.
No.
God, come on. They're both third world countries. They're both rough to live in.
No, man. Thailand's way different, bro. I'd never go to... No, they're different. They're way different. You'd love Thailand.
Yeah. What about it would I love? The $7 Thai massages?
Yeah, I mean, the women, the fruit, the cycling, the gyms, the trekking, just the chill lifestyle.
Do you recognize
quality of life? Yeah, the quality of life, the good stuff. Yeah, it's so cheap. It's just so awesome, man. Thailand, safety. Mexico ain't safe. Thailand's safe.
Correct. Mexico is definitely not safe. You're right about that.
There's no way I'd take Natasha to Thailand. Oh, Mexico, sorry. No way.
Would be
Thailand. Natasha can wear a bikini, walk down the street.
Well,
at midnight, no hassles.
What I've heard is, I don't know if it's the way in Thailand as it is in Malaysia, but in Malaysia, you can't wear like even a regular shirt as a woman. Like you have to basically cover up. I've heard you cannot wear a bikini in public, right?
No, Malaysia you can. You might get a few old school Malaysian people saying, "Hey, what are you doing?" But it's fine. But Malaysia isn't as safe as Thailand. Malaysia, they'll you get things stolen from you potentially. Malaysia's very safe, but Thailand's safer. Thailand's the safest.
All right. Well, let's basically the reason why I brought this video up in the first place was because he made a little video. I'll back it up to this part. It's the third time that we've watched it, but we'll play it for you.
I feel okay.
It took a little bit to adapt to, to doing everything fasted and going so late in the day. Right now it's about 2 p.m. I feel okay. I'm ready to get my lunch on, I can tell you that much.
The way he said it, I was like, you feel like shit right now. I can see it. I can feel it. The intermittent fasting, he's cutting down, he's doing like whatever 4-hour eating window. He's like, yeah, I feel okay. It's like, no, you feel tired, you're exhausted, you're hungry, you feel like shit, you're gonna go home and eat as soon as this video's done. And I can see it now. We gotta be scientists, forensic agents to cut through the bullshit of all these people. So I'm starting to question everybody now.
So what do you think? Do you think everybody's a liar? All the carnivore vegan YouTubers, like who do you think is not in the business of health entertainment? They're in the business of telling the truth and trying to get to the bottom of this stuff. I mean, we know you're an entertainer.
I would say I'm one of those people. I'm an entertainer and a truth teller.
Okay.
To be honest, I don't watch many people anymore because I know most of them in real life, and I realize how fake they are. So
I agree, right?
Sort of, Veggie Police is one of them.
You met him, right?
Yeah, Casey. I met him in Thailand.
What would you say is fake about him?
He's just in it for the cash, man, and he doesn't give a fuck about anyone, man. He's just I think, and that's not like I don't hate the dude. This is just my honest personal opinion. He's just in it for the cash. He's got no time for anyone who's not someone he can socially climb off. I find him very parasitic. I find he's just a leech. And like,
did he live near you?
Man. What's that?
Did he live near you at any point for like an extended period of time, or like?
Yep, was in Chiang Mai. A lot of people come to Chiang Mai after my recommendations and stuff, and he was a nice guy. He was polite, but you could see it was all about what can you do for me. It's not like what can I bring as well. So what? It's like one of those people that you put them on a potluck, and they come with no food, and like, what can I eat here? It's not like what can I give you and what can you give me? Like a relationship, so a community thing. It's like, what can I get from you? What can I get from this smorgasbord right now? I ain't bringing anything to it, but I want to eat. So that's what I got from him.
We had a joke in Hawaii. So, we would regularly host 15, 20 people potlucks at our house all the time. And there'd be the floating flimsy fairies that are coming through town, just, they just want to experience Hawaii, whatever, right? And they'd be like on their raw vegan kick or whatever, and they'd go and they'd bring like a bag of like store-bought GMO papayas to the potluck, and then they'd put it on the table, nobody would touch them, and then they'd just be like scooping handfuls of like everything else that everybody else brought. And it's like the big joke that like the people who didn't actually live there would just, and the the fruitarians or the raw vegans, they love to feast on the good shit when they weren't the one making it,
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. Or I mean, sure, sometimes it can be hard to organize good fruit. I get that, but maybe make a cash donation then.
Yeah.
Chip in.
Oh, I agree.
So there's always something you can. If you can't give big quality food, you always got money. You put big money in.
The other thing I noticed too with Casey, and again, I'm not hating, I'm just saying, he blew up from his channel blew up from 75K to 125K or so with the whole carnivore thing. So like that put him on the main map to burst that six-figure number, like that 100K mark, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's all recent. That's all within the last like 8 months or whatever since he's been doing it. And he was one of the big people that I saw that actually like gave me the permission or whatever you want to call it to like start messing around, because I noticed that he was making no gains through the years. And I would give him a little bit of shit on his channel and be like, hey, dude, you're lifting, you're not making gains. This is while I was a vegan. I was like, come on, man, like eat more protein. You're not going to gain shit, And then he starts making all these gains out of nowhere because he's eating the meat. And
or was he taking a bit of steroids in Thailand?
Come on. The results that he has are not indicative of steroids. You got to be honest there.
Well, I used steroids. I didn't get huge either. But you got noticeably different. You
got damn shredded though. Like it just roasted your body fat off, and it gave you the striations.
I've always had that, man. Go back to 2011. I always had that.
Yeah, but you had the little petite shoulders, the vegan shoulders, the fruit-based shoulders, and then you hit the juice, and then you got a little bit of size.
Yeah, exactly. But I was always shredded. Like steroids
always shredded.
Make you lose body fat.
Correct, but you maintain the same shreddedness with an addition of mass, right?
Correct, like Veggie Police.
No, not him, because he's basically fat now.
Yeah, because he's not, he's not on the steroid. He's not training. He's not even in Thailand anymore. He's doing cold weather. His diet's gone to shit. He doesn't train like he used to.
Okay.
When you're on steroids, you can train like a beast in the gym.
All right. Well, let's
chin-ups.
Let's continue on a little bit. Interesting information.
So I would say he did a little bit of low dosage.
Okay. That's your recommendation.
So, yeah.
Theory.
Why not? Why wouldn't he? His goal is to look, monkey strength or whatever. Why wouldn't you take some testosterone anthate, which you can get from pretty much any
I think
pharmacy
he's too worried. I think, okay, I'm not going with your theory here. Just I want to be clear on this, but
that's cool.
He has the breakouts on his skin. What's going on there? It's a little bit weird. Right?
That's a big. Again, I don't know about that, but that's a big side effect. As soon as you get off steroids, often you get this mad acne, back knee breakouts for sure. Right. That's a big indicator.
Well, Freely just recently called me a steroid user. So she put us both in the same boat. By the way, she told Elise not to date a steroid user. She recommends it. I don't know if you saw that video, but
no, I didn't see the video. I wouldn't recommend dating a steroid user either, especially if they're going to lie about it.
Right. Well, she said it was because I had red on my neck, and I had just been to the beach that morning and got roasted. But I'm honored. I'm honored to be in the Fake Natty Club. I really am. I've been waiting for this my whole life, to be honest with you. But anyway,
I wouldn't say you're a fake natty.
No, I wouldn't either. I mean, I'm 145 pounds at 5'10". That's just normal.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting there. I'm getting gains, but I'm not near where I would be like, dude, that guy's juicing. Come on.
Yeah, you'll never look like a juicer unless you're actually juicing. Except for when like Veggie Plus got that all of a sudden, boom, it's totally different body shape. I was like, hang on, what's going on there?
And the Primal Edge, juice.
Primal Edge as well. Those guys definitely. Primal Edge definitely. I would say Veggie Police. I'd strongly suspect.
I don't think
people do weird shit in Thailand.
I agree. And when something is easy to get over the counter, it becomes like not a big deal, right? Like I can just walk in. Like you get your Adderall pills. I get my steroid. We're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's continue on.
It's just like real easy.
Oh, we got plant-based news in the house. I'd love to talk to plant-based news. Plant-based news. Klaus. Okay, let's go.
Now, and I'm looking for the ultimate truth. I want to be on the right path towards health. And I'm seeing that a lot of the carnivore dieters, they're not very energized, are they? Without coffee. They need something. You either have some carbs or coffee. You need stimulants or carbs. I'm trying to find the people who are doing like keto, no stimulants, and they're energized. Because it's not happening in this body. So we gotta fish out the criminals here. Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? Who feels good and they're not just telling tall tales? Frickin' Tom Sawyer on a boat with Huckleberry.
See, here's the thing that's funny about this guy is he won't go live ever.
Exactly.
So he says that I don't have the energy, and he wants to find out the liars. But in my opinion, going live tells a lot about your truth. Like, you could be wrong in live, don't get me wrong, but what you're saying comes across as truthful to you at the very least. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I agree. Do you believe what you're saying? I know you believe what you're saying. You're a madman, but you believe what you're saying. And that's why at the very least, somebody has to respect that about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue on.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
If you won't go live,
yeah,
you're a fucking pussy.
If you won't go live, you're a pussy. I agree.
You're a fucking pussy, man.
I agree. 100% agree.
And I say that in a friendly way.
Agreed.
But people like Vegan Gains or any of my haters,
right,
who want to talk shit about me,
Vegan Gains is a hater.
They'd never go live for me.
Wait. Vegan Gains hates on you and won't go live with you. What's the deal with that?
Because he's a pussy.
But he's down to go live with anybody except for Bart K. I didn't know you were on that list.
Not me, mate. No, hey. None of my haters from remember 2017 when they all tried to gang up and take DurianRider Daddy down. None of them would go live with me. None of them.
Dude, I called you out and I talked hella shit and we got on live the next week. What's the deal?
But you didn't try and take me down. You were just talking nutritional stuff. It wasn't personal between you and me. It was just like
the fucking website, all the true back end personal website allegations, these type of things. Now I don't know a lot about that stuff.
DrewMorg a rapist, all this shit. It's like, okay, let's get on live stream. Let's talk about it. Yeah, let's go to the police station or whatever. Or just
That's
I won't do that.
That's the thing, dude. Like what? All these people with these, like I had people in my chat before we even got going today at the very, very top. And we're like, you shouldn't be giving this guy a platform. Like, what do you do? I mean, first of all, I have 3,000 subscribers. He has 200,000. So I'm not giving him a platform, number one. And number two, like, dude, where is the court case? Where is the, this guy's not hard to find. He's a fucking internet celebrity. You see the bike walls. We know where he's at. Like
every Saturday I'm at Park Run Torrens here in Adelaide. I'm in Thailand. I'm at Doisatep every morning.
Exactly.
I'm not a hard guy to find. I'm always the same shit all the time.
And look, I wasn't there. I don't know about. I'm not a fucking sympathizer or whatever these people want to say. But look, as a guy who's in demand, girls want to be around you.
Yeah.
You have a big audience. You flex the cash. You've like the social proof is there. So why do people think this is so like crazy? Like you're the guy there. So of course chicks are going to want to flock around a bit, DurianRider, how much carbs should I eat? And then they like, you go take them out to lunchy lunch or whatever. I know how it goes down.
Yeah. You know how it goes down.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's, again, I'm not trying to say that I'm not taking sides here. I'm just saying I'm from Southern California. I see what happens when you got chicks and you got guys with money and you got guys with cars and bottle service and all this shit. And I see how the girls act and they're not angels. Okay?
Yeah.
So
I mean, if anything should go, I should go to the police and report Hannah for almost breaking my pelvis that night.
Who the fuck is Hannah? This is shit I haven't even heard about.
That's Norbita's wife. But yeah.
Anyway, so you got attacked.
Yeah, but
you got attacked, basically. I really don't know. I really don't.
In the bed.
Oh, in the bed.
For sure, man. She was into like rough stuff, hair pulling and all sorts of crazy shit. Man. She was full on.
She gave you the old cock burn, huh?
She gave me a lot of things that night. I know for sure she wouldn't have given Norbita any of that. He would just be paying her way, and he would be getting nothing.
Shelling it out.
He'd be getting nothing, man. He was such a beta dude.
The white knight syndrome.
She's got a boob job.
Okay.
And he denied it on camera because she probably told him she doesn't. She's got breast, and if you get breast surgeries, whatever, it's personal choice. I'm not against it. It's
great.
I'm not for it. I understand it, But the fact that he would deny that Hannah's got a boob job, silicone boobs in there, is just like crazy. So he probably believes that she doesn't because she probably told him, "No, I don't, Michael. I don't. Ali wouldn't know."
Isn't that something that that's something that you can tell when you're in there getting work done? If it's real or not. It's not a. It's not a
guess, man.
It's not a guess.
You can for people who don't know, who have never touched boobs, they've got an implant in there. When you grab a boob,
for the people out there,
you can feel the bag. You can feel the silicone bag or the saline bag. It's how it is. I had a girlfriend for 9 years who had a boob job. I know what a boob job feels like.
Exactly. It's surprising to me that, I'm
not a noob like Norbita is.
Norvegan. Norvegan. Okay. The guy who made the full-on documentary about
Psycho. The Psycho, yeah. My Norwegian stalker friend.
I've been told to watch that, and, I was just like, whatever. I'm not a conspiracy type of dude, So, I mean, I've heard some things about old DurianRider firsthand. I know some not so great information that is accurate in my eyes, and we don't need to go there. But
we can go there. We can go there. I'm not afraid to put it. I'll put pretty much my life on the internet. So whatever. I'm not afraid to go.
It's not for me. It's for the people that have told me. I want them to feel safe and anonymous. Part of my thing out here online is I'm not going to be the guy that's posting fucking DM chats on on their stories, whining. These guys are all into this stuff where you literally have a private conversation with somebody, these fakers, and then they throw your stuff up online. That's just not what I do, And I kind of test people too. I give them rope to hang themselves on. Like I'll give them a little bit of something, and then I'll see what they do with it, and I lead them down the path. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, you're welcome to ask me any questions.
I love it. Open lines of communication. I'm pretty much the same way.
I'm all about that, man, and that's like key for any friendship or relationship is open line communication. And I
agree.
These beaters out there who make shit talking videos about me, but I'm like, okay, let's do a live stream. You make allegations or talk shit. Let's do a live stream. Let's really talk about it. Let's not hide behind jump cuts or scripts. Let's talk one-on-one. Let's ask each other questions and answer it. And none of these fake fuckers out there will do that. I'm
100% in support of that. If I truly agree with that, man, if somebody's got an issue with that, then they are the fakers that they're calling out. Again, it's like the mirror syndrome. When people say these things about other people, it's really like a reflection of themselves, what they're saying. It's like, we are out here.
Projection.
Like, Casey, you want to pop on the stream? I can get another little window for you there in the bottom right. You know what I mean? But that's just not going to happen. We know that. And I bet you these other guys, Vegan Revolution, by the way, he wants to go live with me. I said no. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the, let's talking about the environment and all this stuff. Plant-based news. I'd love to get him on stream. Klaus, if you want, holler at your boy. Anyway, let's keep cruising. We need more material. What do you say?
Barry Finn.
Yeah.
I'd kill them both.
He's in the ocean. He's in the ocean.
So I'm in search of the ultimate energy. I just want to feel good all day long. No afternoon slump. Just good, clear thoughts flowing through my stream of consciousness like a river. And just good energy. And I'm looking for it. And I'm not finding it on the carnivore diet. I found it with adding in a bit of carbs, but the carbs seem to trigger Parasite 14. My parasites. I have to feed them mealworms. So I seem to break out in acne when I add the carbs, and it's a cruel joke here. High fat, clear skin, no energy. Add in some carbs, more energy, no more clear skin. It's a pain in the left hemisphere of my colon that I ain't willing to deal with anymore. So I'm looking for solutions, and I'm looking back in time on my own, because even in my own videos, I was like, I feel amazing. I was like, did I? Mm-hmm. What? When?
That's something I've done, actually, is critique some of my old videos. Have you done stuff like that, where you're just like, what the fuck was I saying?
No, because, a little bit. Because I've got an advantage here. And this is why I can have empathy for a lot of people, is that because I've been a cyclist for so long, competitive cyclist, mm-hmm. you know straight away within a few hours if the diet change or lifestyle change is working for you.
Yeah.
That's like, it's like if your tire's going flat, you can feel it straight away.
Right.
So I can jump on my bike and have 100 PSI, or I can have 50 in there and notice straight away what's the problem is. That the average person might jump on a bike with 50 PSI and go, oh, this feels pretty good. And I'm like, no, this is not good. Mm-hmm. So same with diet. My diet always has to be 100 PSI,
Okay.
And I adapt things to that. So that's why I look at I've been doing YouTube since 2008, and I was a competitive cyclist in 1997. So I haven't had to make any real drastic changes other than, going from raw carbs to eating more cooked carbohydrate. At the end of the day, it's just the same carbohydrate. It's glucose and fructose, but it's just easy to get enough carbs now, being, eating into some cooked food, raw till 4.
I agree.
So some of my videos I look back and I'm like, I was too, orthorexic, or I was too purist, and it's easy for me to eat all raw in Thailand, but there's people watching my videos in, Idaho or Utah or Luxembourg, and they can't access the fruit I'm accessing. So I should give them a more sustainable lifestyle and diet approach. And so for life, I need to test that out and make sure it's okay. So I started doing raw till 4, and I was like, it's just actually better. You can get calories anywhere. So then I started going with that.
I've lived
performance.
Yeah, I've had the luxury of living in several places, couple states across my span as a vegan, and what I can say is that it just like you're in Adelaide. It's already a very progressive vegan area, and it's like hip to that culture, And then Thailand is obviously catering somewhat to that culture as well. And now for me, being in Southern California, it's very supportive of that culture here. We have amazing access to fruit and vegetables and stuff like that here. And then obviously I moved to Hawaii. But when I was just slightly out of these areas, I realized how hard it was to get a lot of this stuff. Like even getting like organic lentils or just your basic shit. Like that stuff isn't available everywhere. And I gotta say, like a lot of these people I think are really struggling because of that, because it's just the availability straight up, you know? So
yeah. And that's why I like rice, man. Rice is life. Rice, bananas,
I still
and
eat
sugar.
rice.
That's your three strongest foods out there.
I still eat rice. I still eat white rice. I think that it's one of the cleanest carbs you can get. I like the low fiber aspect of it. And oh man, I already told the audience I am making a video on Derrick Simnet and I'm making a video on Jackson. It's two completely different reasons for it, but I don't want to spoil it. But there is a connection between what a lot of these vegan bodybuilders are consuming and why they claim that they're having good results and why they're able to continue on the way that they are. It's not what people think. I've heard nobody mentioning this, so it's going to be quite exciting. But it's supplement. It has to do with their supplements and all these vegan not the steroids, not the vitamin S. I know you're going right to the roids, but it's not the vitamin S. It's actually much more simple than that, and it's 100% provable and traceable, and it's going to be very obvious to people once they hear it. And the reason that I know about this is because I've been taking this Candida support supplement for the past 2 weeks. And the way that I digest things on this is much different than how I digest it normally. So it's given me a certain perspective that's going to translate into this video, and I can't wait to share that with people. But what do you think, just in general, like about these vegan bodybuilders? Like you take a Derrick Simnet, or you take a Derrick Simnet, or somebody like I don't even know. Let's say Dan the Life Regenerator. Like, what's your take on these long-term vegans? Like, do you think that they're legit healthy, or what do you say about this?
Well, I think without mentioning any names, if you do take steroids long term, then your effects are a lot different to where they're 100% natural. So so you can use those people as examples, but you've got like guys like Sean Baker, who are clearly using anabolic steroids.
I disagree, but
clearly, okay, but yeah, I'll put my life on it that Sean Baker is taking anabolic steroids consistently, not just like a DrewMorg experiment, like for 4 weeks back in 2014, or just here and there.
Well, no. You told us late 2017 was your last time popping.
Probably an injection, yeah.
Okay.
It's like
injection.
I mean, you can look how skinny I am.
Yes, I agree. You do not look like you're juicing. I mean, it would be insane to say that.
And get without getting muscular effect. You can take them once. You can take an injection at a couple of kilos overnight, but within a few days you lose that water weight out of your muscle. You have to keep continually injecting steroids every week, or popping, anabols or whatever, all those methyl testosterones, etc. Every week you have to be doing them. Otherwise, you shrink. The water goes out of your muscles. You shrink. So you have to stay on. So you can do steroids. And that's what I love. I had personal experience, not internet shit. I'm talking about hospital grade from the doctors. So I can spot when someone's on the gear, staying on the gear as well. And you have that look. You have that look. These people have that look. So it's
somebody asked me this earlier before you got on, and they said something about ZB Fruity. Give me a second about that. I want to know more about that $5,000 offer you're talking about. But anyway, somebody asked me about Sean Baker before, and I said I don't think he has the look, because typically the giveaway steroid look, and I'm not saying that there's not fat powerlifters out there that aren't on steroids. Obviously there are, but typically speaking, you have the really pronounced jacked traps, you have the jacked deltoids, and he doesn't have either of those. He's just a 6'5", 250-pound brute of a man that has a little extra body fat, but he's 6'5". He's got excess body fat, and he's been lifting for years. He's an athlete in college. He's like in his 50s. Like, why wouldn't it be possible for somebody who's eating a freaking shitload of protein and meat that's been doing this forever to have his size. I mean, like, I think it's reasonable. He doesn't look like a bodybuilder or anything.
100% he's taking testosterone and anthe.
Okay.
He's just got that red look.
The
Not
red
everyone
look.
gets it, but
Right.
if you've got it, it's because you're taking testosterone and anthe. 100%.
Okay. Well, the chat wants to know. Sorry, the chat wants to know what you think of Hench Herbivore. If you think he's on the juice.
Of course he's natural. Vegans don't take steroids.
Vegans do not take steroids. See,
As long as you eat chickpeas, you'll get enough.
Right.
Protein.
Yeah.
As long as you get enough chickpea protein, you're good to go.
It's so funny how he steps right into the shoes of the clothing company he now works for. Just immediately puts on the clothes, immediately puts on the uniform, immediately throws on the Vivo Life. He's just like plugged straight into the cash stream, and he's like all over the place with his stuff. Like the guy wasted no time to get plugged into the cash once he saw the opportunity fairly recently.
That's pretty much every YouTuber, you know.
Right. And shit, maybe I'll do the same thing when my time comes, guys. So let's continue on, I guess. So by the way, if you want to critique a video and you want me to pop it up, we can do that. So you can choose whatever you want.
Yeah. I saw Megan Elizabeth in the chat. I'm not sure if that's the Megan Elizabeth I used to know
back
in
the one.
2011, but she says that everybody with muscles takes steroids, and it's like, well, here's the thing: is a lot of people don't know how easy steroids are to get and how common they are, and steroids is like Botox.
Here's Megan Elizabeth
so
today.
Common. It's so common.
Here's Megan Elizabeth today.
Yep.
That's the best form of Megan Elizabeth that I've ever seen.
Well, I'm looking at. I saw a picture of a blue thing here.
Here, I'll pop it up. It should be on your main.
All right.
Can you see that?
Oh yeah, looks like she's starting to do a bit of fitness again.
Correct, but when it all takes the right.
She looks like a DurianRider girlfriend almost.
Would you hear that, Meg? You're on the path of a DurianRider girlfriend.
Yeah, she almost looks like she's been living with DurianRider for a year.
Interesting.
So I guarantee you, that's not the Megan Elizabeth I used to know. The Megan Elizabeth I used to know was like scared of sweat. She was scared of sweating, like literally, not like she would say, "I don't like sweating," and I was like, "Well, how are you going to get a hot body if you're scared of sweating?"
That's not the Megan Elizabeth that I know, because she works hard.
Has had a mental change, which is, you're going to have better benefits, man.
Well, she met me. I live with her, and then she changed her act. She worked hard, man. When I lived there, she was putting in the work, and I told her so much. I was like, "You're putting in the work. You're not getting the results. Something needs to change." And she had your mindset actually, which was eat tons of high carb. I need to eat enough, blah, blah, blah. It's going to help me lose the weight. And I said, there's just, we disagree on this because I think we take two different approaches. You eat more so that you can work out twice as much. Whereas I say eat enough, work out enough, and you will still get the same results. We go about it in very different ways. And again, when I cycled my most, when I was cycling 100 miles a week, 10,000 feet of elevation a week, for you Euros, it's like 3,000 meters a week elevation gain. That's a lot. And I don't care what anybody says, for an amateur anyway. I was losing weight. I couldn't eat enough food, even if I was stuffing myself full every day, right? So yes, the DurianRider approach works if you're fucking putting in that much work.
Yeah.
Sid says, don't sell yourself for fame.
Yeah. It's it comes down to wanting it, and so it looks like Megan Elizabeth now isn't the same wishy-washy. Oh, I don't feel like doing it now. Looks like she's turned into beast mode, and like the girl in the race today who beat me, she was beast mode, man. We were doing that first K, and I thought we'll go low 17s, and so I'll stay with them, and she was beast mode, man. This girl was possessed, and that's what you got to be, man. If you want results, you be possessed. She was running like she was having a heart attack.
Megan,
that's how hard she was breathing.
Megan, did you take the path of she I already know what she did because she said she paid the piper. Again, if you build a reserve of fat, you're gonna need to go in a deficit at some point. You're either gonna go in a deficit through extreme exercise, or you're gonna go in a deficit from eating less calories. And I'm sure Megan did a combination of both, which is what most people do. Let's see. Soap on slope. Do your old man balls affect your cycling? This might be for. Is this for me or is this for? What do you think, Dr? How's your old man balls?
My hot young girlfriend.
Hey, DurianRider's got the hottest vegan girlfriend out there, guys. You cannot deny that.
Uncle Chester.
Uncle Chester, exactly. What happened to your dogs, by the way? Your dog Robin, if I believe.
Well, what? Like
your dog, your black lab, Robin. What happened to him?
What happened to him?
Yeah, what happened to him?
He's quit his adventurous lifestyle and settled down, and just he gets paid his way by Mummy Freely.
Oh, that's the real guy. Okay. The dog Robin, but he'll pay if you want to go there. We can do that too.
I didn't have a dog called Robin. That was just a joke because Freely used to call him the sweaty Labrador, and it's just like a bit of a friendly, funny joke. And so one day I saw a black Labrador, and its name was Robin. And so it was just like, what? That's just hilarious. So I did that. I put that in the vlog. So just friendly banter, nothing personal there.
What was your post about today? You said something about $100 bet. You made some
$100. Me?
Yeah, you said something about I won $100 bet I could get Freely to change back to the handle I gave her in 2011.
Oh, that's that one. That was $100. Come on, $100. Normally I bet 10,000. Yeah, $100. I won. Friends, because Natasha's using the handle Banana Girl. Because like
Natasha. Oh, your girl Natasha. Okay.
Yeah, and Sophia hasn't used it for like 2 years. She ditched it because I gave it to her, and she wanted to cut ties with Harley.
Right.
Fair enough. And I said, I guarantee, as soon as Natasha starts using it, Freddie will like claim it back. Like
right.
a little unwanted toy in the kindergarten, and 48 hours, bang.
So Natasha was using it, put it up public, and then Freely bang took it back.
Yeah, we didn't take it back; just started using it again. So now there's two.
So that's proof, guys, that Harley is a master level manipulator.
Well, and that's how I got FL making videos again. Remember how she died off? She's doing ASMR, talking to that rubber head, things like that.
Right.
And I did a video last year when I was in the Philippines, showing how she's abandoned her viewers. She doesn't respect them, blah blah blah. And within a day, she was popping out videos again. So, and that's good. I'm glad she's out there. She's got a big platform. She can speak well. And she loves ripping into people and calling out their nonsense. And so I think it's valuable to have her out there doing it.
I mean, she's so off base with so many things, though. Like, do you think that that's overall helping the vegan movement? And I mean, I think it's helping her channel, tearing into the people. Like the stuff the videos she made about me and raw alignment. I mean, I know for a fact, and she can say he's lying again. The lying. It's funny, like, we don't call the vegans liars. We just say that they're idiots or that they're wrong. It's different. Like, anyway, so she says that we're doing this stuff and she's just flat out wrong. And then she'll say that we're liars. Like, a lot of the stuff she said in that video is just bullshit. Like, they want to call the vegans liars or the ex-vegans liars. And I think that, I think that the vegans are just trying to get paid. I think they're trying to hold on to their platforms, to be honest with you. Freely's definitely one of them.
I didn't watch the video Free Mail. I sort of skimmed a little bit. I know what she was going to say, and I'd agree with what she says, because generally Freely's pretty. I taught her well about carbohydrate intake, and I remember when Freely used to be 70, 73, 75 kilos, and she was scared of eating rice, and she had no idea, and I taught her all the stuff, and she learnt well, and she's gotten really, really good results, and she became a millionaire, and I'm happy for her.
Why does she look like she's starving then if she's a millionaire?
Because you get fucking lean when all you eat is fruit, rice, and sugar. You become super, super lean. And when you're 40, actually Freely's 39, 40 coming up. So, like when you're as lean as we are in the 40s or approaching 40 or 40, over or under.
So you're saying her leanness is health based. She looks.
You're not going to. Yeah,
she doesn't look like the way she did 5 years ago.
Well, she's not. She doesn't have the same. What's the word?
All right, so look,
she doesn't have the same lifestyle. She's not having the fun, and she's it's like you're living with a guy. You have to pay his way. You have to buy his bananas. You have to buy his shoes. You have to buy everything. And so as a female, that starts to rub off that you're with a beta guy who doesn't have any fucking money and no drive, and so it doesn't make at the start, it'll be like, oh, cool and glowy and stuff. But after a while, a woman's face reflects the man she's with. That's why often women look hotter when they're single or newly single, because all of a sudden they're getting attention and they're feeling really good. But then in a relationship, if the beauty goes down of the girl, then probably the guy's sort of bringing her down, and I think Robin's a good guy, but he's just, he's got no money, he's got no drive. He's just like, mummy, give me some money. I need to go to the market today.
Right.
So I need some new shoes, mummy, buy me a new computer or whatever. And so as Freely, and she's a fucking go-getter, man. She's a go-getter. And so for her to be with a guy who's nice but has no drive in life, there's no passion there, there's no drive. It's just like, now she's in the forest in far north Queensland. She's not in the jungle. It's just a little town up in North Queensland. It's boring sort of thing, It's a bit boring. So, but she's finding her passion again and finding her feet in YouTube, and that's really good because she does have a big audience and a lot of girls look up to her, and so they should, because Freddie used to be fat, in debt, with no future, and then I gave her some tips. She took them to heart and took action on them, and made herself really, really well. So good on her.
Well, I agree that you two, both in your prime of YouTube, were definitely spreading your truths. And I think that undoubtedly you helped a lot of people that were coming from eating disorder backgrounds, that were coming from huge lack of fitness. Like, you motivated people to get fit, and you also took people out of really shitty diets. Like, now I don't agree with the information in total, like long-term wise. And, as soon as things change, like for me, as soon as the miles cut off the bike, I kept eating the way that, Daddy DurianRider taught me, and I started putting on the nice insulin belly. And that's just what happens when you don't keep exercising. And I also lost a lot of muscle mass, and that's what I'm seeing from Freely. I'm not seeing this healthy leanness, this healthy glow coming off her. Now, you might say it's because of her boyfriend or whatever, but what I'm seeing is degeneration, and I mean that truly. Like, we have the ex-vegan crowd has sort of pointed out a lot of the symptoms that we're seeing consistently across the board with a lot of long-term vegans, namely the shoulder roundness. It basically just drops off. I mean, there's no mass left in the shoulders. A lot of the eyes are sinking into the back of the head. I don't think Freely's having a huge issue with the eyes, the round eyes situation, the collagen situation, but the shoulders definitely showing through on her. Like, she's definitely deteriorating in that area.
That's just lean, man. That's just lean.
It's not lean because listen, when I have pictures of this, when I was at my leanest, my tiniest, after doing a fucking 30-day juice fast and raw, I don't recommend this. I'm just saying, when I went down to 133 off that experiment, my whole body looked completely degenerated. Like, I lost everything basically. All right. And I have pictures of this. Of course. That's understandable, right? But hold on. Here's where it gets interesting. When I put the weight back on, over 150 pounds, I gained back about 20 pounds. My face still remained sort of sucked in and like not healthy looking. And almost like my face didn't grow back with the rest of my body. You know what I'm saying? And I have pictures of this. I'm not joking. I'll show a picture right now. Yeah. So I'll show you guys, like, this shit is real, and the degeneration and the inability to heal back certain muscle mass and whatever. And again, it comes down to your ability to digest the food, in my opinion. And again, that comes down to certain supplements that people are taking. It comes down to genetics and general health and all kinds of other factors. But hang on.
Yeah, your testosterone would have been like that of a 80-year-old nun after a juice fast, man.
I don't disagree with you. But what I'm saying is that
drive, like, could you get hard, or were you like fucking
it was
pumping your seat post, or what?
It was this is not great. Here, guys, look. Hopefully you guys can see this. Look at my face, man. That is after I gained back the weight after the juice fast. My fucking face looks sucked out, man. I look like a fighter that's about to step on the scale on fight week in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, they look sick. Right. But this is after I gained the weight back.
You look like if you got that way from proper training, it'd be okay, but you got that way through starvation, and then that's not healthy for your testosterone.
But the point is that once I lost that reserve of fat and collagen around my eyes, my cheeks, my forehead, once that was gone, it never came back. That was my point. And I don't think that people that are, I think, again, once you lose it, it's gone as a vegan. Personally, I don't think it recovers.
No way. No way.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are experiencing this issue, and I think, again, it comes down to digestion. You say you have good digestion. I had bad digestion. So there you go. And I think that the vegan diet does make your digestion worse over time, depending on what you're eating, your lifestyle, your genetics, all that other stuff. I think that...
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Genetics definitely a huge thing. But that's why I don't recommend anybody do a juice fast or water fast anymore.
I agree.
Now,
I agree.
Back 10 years ago, but it fucks your testosterone. It fucks your red blood cell counts. It makes you anemic. And no one should ever go anemic in the pursuit of health. So I'm all about blood volume these days. Yeah, if you're a guy and you do a juice fast, your dick doesn't work properly.
That's true.
Your blood
100%.
volume drops. Yeah, there you go. I mean, so as a guy, why would you want your dick not to work properly?
After you start eating again, things start working. Like I was able to regain some muscle mass. I was able to work out. But again, it was like...
You're on the back foot.
I was on the back foot, 100%. But in particular, specifically, it was these problem areas. And again, these are the areas that are being identified. And I can pull up Vegan Deterioration's channel right now, and she is very good at identifying these areas, and she's pointing it out on a lot of these vegans. It's really good shit.
Fucking fruit. Who is that person? What doesn't she post
great.
her face?
She does.
On
She does.
HD?
She does. Yeah, she does. She did a video recently, like a week ago, where she compares her vegan face to her current face, and there is a difference. There's a noticeable difference.
Let me have a look at this. I saw that channel came up. I thought the music was quite funny.
Let me see what we can.
And then she's saying that Freddie's doing Botox and shit again. I doubt that because she's just using filters on Instagram.
I don't have any comment on that, honestly, because I think it's really hard to prove when people are using that stuff.
It's a filter. You go to Instagram, it's the Paris filter.
Yeah, and also on top of that, the iPhone smooths your skin out to be on top of that, so it's like you don't really know. But I think that there's other people that are completely completely undeniable.
The biggest hypocrite in the world to use Botox and fillers.
She wouldn't be the first. Think about it. She wouldn't be the first big hypocrite in the world that does that, though. Like, think of all the professional athletes that said, I'm not doing steroids, and they get tested by USADA, and then they get fucking popped for steroids.
Of course, but that's...
There's big money involved here. Freely is big money. We know that.
She's not gonna, you can't...
She can.
Plastic surgery and Botox and have a boob job and Botox in your body. You can't do that.
Already right there, that makes her lose a lot of credibility, though. Think about this. All right, so she bashed Raw Alignment in the video a lot about things that Raw Alignment said when she was 21 years old. She's like literally a kid in this video. And she's like, you said this about the animals, pulling up stuff from 2015. And that's 4 years ago, 5 years ago or whatever, when the girl was 21 years old. But what was Freely doing when she was 21? Freely was getting breast implants. Freely was popping ecstasy at the club. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like not putting apples to apples here.
Okay, well, let's fast forward. I bet when Raw Alignment, what's her name? Alicia.
Elise.
She will be. I bet she'll have a boob job and Botox by the time she's 40. Guarantee it.
It's yet to be seen. Well, that's a speculation.
Are you guys boyfriend, girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, so I can guarantee by the time she's 40, boob job, Botox, guarantee it. She's just that sort of person. That's not a bad thing.
I've called women out for that before, that they were going to be that person, and I was right, but I don't see that with her. But either way, it doesn't really matter.
She's too into her looks. She's too narcissistic.
Aren't we all?
Yeah,
we all
are. But
and that's another thing too.
In a bad way. I'm just saying that's the reality.
That's the reality. And look, everybody's a hypocrite, but I think that some people are more blatant hypocrites than others, and they just don't even care. Like Freely talking shit on Ravana for posting pictures with that elephant or whatever. She's like, sticking your ass out. Like, dude, Freely invented the ass out nudity on YouTube. You both pioneered that shit to push veganism, and she's calling other people out for it. Like, what's her deal? Why she really thinks that she's innocent with that? That's bullshit.
She said that? Freely said that about Ravana?
Yes, she did. Go watch the video on that. She calls her out for that. She's like, look at you with your elephant. in Thailand or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Freely does the same thing, so she can't say that. But I went to Freely's Instagram last night to have a look, and she's doing like half nude poses, and actually she's fully naked. She's fully naked in the thing. It's like, well, like, what? Like, yeah, you can't say that about Ravana. They do the same poses. That would be hypocritical, wouldn't it?
I totally agree. I have okay, so you know what? I actually got a donation for us to watch a particular video, so let's watch that one. And I have another video that I'd like to watch. It's going to be in regards to that vegan couple. I'm sure you've ran into them in Natasha and Luca.
I created that channel name.
Right.
They were called Move Yoga, and I said, no, it's got to be, it's got to be something better than that. I said, how about the vegan couple? And they're like, yeah, let's go with that.
So
that's another channel I hope start up from day one.
I don't doubt that. So what do you think is their situation over there? Just real quick.
What do you mean situation?
I mean, are you saying, like, do you think that honestly, their deterioration has been pointed out pretty good, and
I don't see deterioration. I see lean people.
No,
I see lean people.
No. DR, dude, you're talking about
they're lean. Like, look how overweight and out of shape they used to be. You know what I mean? Now they look like they would be on the front line of a running race.
Nah, there's this weird thing that happens with vegans when you start getting real lean. Like, other people start looking more normal to you, but like the rest of the population is like healthy and actually looking good.
Fat,
and
overweight, out of shape.
No.
The cardio.
When people's eyeballs start sinking in the back of their head, it's not good.
Go to any running race. Watch the London Marathon. Everyone's got skinny shoulders. Everybody, and then not all of them are vegan.
Okay. I'm glad you brought this up, because I compared the top 10 professional cyclists to Jackson Plantriotic. And Jackson's like, well, I'm skinny right now because I'm cycling so much. And I said, okay, cool. That explains why you're skinny, but it doesn't explain why your shoulders are falling off and they're 90 degrees and you got no fat left in your shoulders. He's like, well, I'm not working out. But dude, professional cyclists, no. Professional cyclists cycle more than Plantriotic. They're not fucking vegans, and they have more muscle mass in their shoulders, and they have more pudge and health to their face, and they're not working out. You know, they're not in the gym lifting heavy weights. They're just cycling, and they cycle even more than him, and they look healthier than him. They have more fat around their face. They have more size to their shoulders. It's a hormone thing. It's a hormone thing.
The top level cyclists are doping as well, but let's remember.
But that's not okay. But that's not putting fat in their face and collagen in their face.
That's not collagen. That's cortisones and that's EPO and blood doping. You get this like pumpkin face going on. You get these shredded legs, but your face is round.
Okay,
not every cyclist gets that, but it's a very common side effect.
Someone said Julia wanted to pass on the message to Harley. Fuck off. Okay, thank you for that, chat. Thank you. Okay, we are going to play this Luca from that vegan couple's transformation. I want to play this video first. Let's get this going right now. So look, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about this huge lip around their eyelid here. You don't have it. You genuinely don't have it, but it's this big old lip here on the end. And he's got it right here on the right. You see that? And this left side, he has it a little bit, but not as extreme. And you really see it starting to curve under here where my mouse cursor is. Starting to curve under that big bone on the outside, and they lose that fat in that area.
It's just lean.
And you're laughing, but you fucking... This is not fucking lean, man. You could find somebody who's... Okay, look, check it out. Bodybuilders on stage are 4% body fat, right? When they're in contest prep. They do not have this face. Not everything can be steroids. Not everything can be steroids.
Steroids change the way your face looks, man. Look at my face when I was on gas. Like, it just changes everything.
It doesn't make your fucking eye socket fill out, dude.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, what about the natty, normal, regular fucking fitness bodybuilders? They're not even that big on stage.
And they're still taking steroids, man. They're still taking steroids.
You can't.
And how old are these guys? Like 20, 25? How old is fucking Luca? He's my age, and he's like 40 or something.
I don't know, but okay.
And-
The answer to DurianRider's got me, guys. I can't defeat the steroid answer.
That's why I wish everyone was clear about their steroid usage, and I understand why they're not, because if they come out about this taking drugs, then they lose sponsorship.
Look at the elbow. Look at the shoulders. Look at the shoulders. Look at the shoulders. Look at the shoulders. Okay, look. You can even see that on the left, he's got a bit of roundness here, and over time, it's turning into a 90-degree angle. This shit is happening all the time on vegans that are long-term vegans that are not working out, especially. And I noticed this. What's that?
Every professional cyclist and runner has
No.
that. Even Usain Bolt's
No, they don't.
got that a bit.
No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. Hold on, I'll pull up
Yes, they
top
do.
10. No, they don't. I looked at it the other day. Name a top 10 cyclist. Name a top 10 cyclist.
Chris Froome, Richie Port.
Okay, Rich Port looks less emaciated than freaking Chris Froome. And we know Chris Froome's on roids. I bet Richie's on them too, but either way. Richie Port, photo.
Yeah, if you go to my website, DrewMorg.com, you'll see a picture of me and Richie standing there. I think. Let me have a look. That's a good one. That's a good. Let me have a look.
All right, look.
Go to
Here we go.
DrewMorg.com and you'll see me and Richie stand together.
Look, we got Richie right here.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in. Fuck you. Allow. Ad blocker. You son of a bitch.
Those
Right,
jerseys are quite tight, so they give it like a rounded shoulder effect. But
No,
if he's wearing
the
a t-shirt,
jersey?
he
No,
has to
if
wear a
anything,
t-shirt.
it would exaggerate it, if anything. Come on, dude.
Or go to DrewMorg.com and you'll see me and Richie standing together, and you're able to see the differences there.
DurianRider.com, Richie together. Plug for the DurianRider site. I got multiple ad blockers, baby. Okay, refresh the site. Let's go. All right, look
Richie's
at that.
tiny,
rounded
man.
shoulder, and this is a professional cyclist. And look at his
Tiny.
face. Look at his face. No sunken nothing. No sunken nothing. And this is a
Well, there's a
professional
reason-
top 10
There's
cyclist.
a reason for that.
He's on the gas. I know. He's on the gas. Okay.
Everyone's on the gas. But
Durian
I'm just saying
Rider.
that, but he's also had a crash, so his face has, reacted from that.
Right.
They probably shot him some painkillers straight away because his bones sticking out of his body.
DurianRider.com.
And also, in the Tour de France,
Look, even Durian
his
Rider's
face
got the
does
puff shoulder.
have a bit of puffiness and stuff like that. So
This is a Durian Rider on the gear shot right here, 100%. I could tell. That's a gear. Look, you got the rounded titty. See,
I've always got that.
you got the titty, you got the little bit of baby biceps, and you got the rounded shoulder.
And look at me standing next to Richie.
So
Anyway.
Durian Rider. So here's the thing. I'll concede this point. You're right if they're on the gas, but we don't know. So it's like, it's in the air.
So why do I look more muscular? Name one professional cyclist who looks as muscular as I do in that shot. There's not really many. There's Adam Hansen, and he's a vegan, and he's natty.
You do, but you also take different steroids than they do. You take anabolic steroids. You're not taking EPO or whatever. So the stuff that your sus 250 is not the same as their EPO or whatever, the fucking blood, the blood doping. It's not the same shit.
That jersey also makes me look more muscular than I really am.
Yeah. You're so modest.
The jersey, jersey's a big the t-shirt or whatever,
Okay.
Look at my shoulder now. I got 90 degree,
Yeah, but you're also you got the suit coat that's popping off the side. Hold on, we got a donation here, boys. Descargo Albano. No, nothing written. Hey, thank you so much, by the way, Descargo. If you got a question, make sure that you tag me or something, because I'm gonna feel real bad if I miss that. We got the chat is popping off, and I just can't. DurianRider's too engaging. Now.
But yeah,
okay,
where's these pro cyclists who look massive, like muscular?
I didn't say massive. I just said that they don't have the 90-degree shoulder and they don't have the emaciated looking face.
Or Richie does. If you type in team president, not team president, you got to have him in a t-shirt.
Okay, Richie Port t-shirt photo. All right, let's check this out. How can we find this?
Even Lance Armstrong had 90-degree shoulders.
All right. This is probably off season here. Granted, this is probably off season. But this is how these guys look when they're not in full-on contest prep. Okay? They look fucking normal. It says it's Richie Port.
Okay, let's lose someone who's same height as me. But Richie Port in real life, man, dude
5'8".
is tiny, man. He is like
But you got to admit this. This guy has normal shoulders. He's a tiny cyclist, and he's got a normal face, and he's probably off season, so he's not riding 200 miles a week. He's riding 100 miles a week, right?
He's probably riding more than that. But again,
okay, see, that's what I'm saying.
You know,
okay, we got Chris
vegan,
Froome.
So he does eat vegan foods. He does follow a bit of what I ran on about.
All right.
Or they all do these days because they want to be super lean.
Right. But, they all do. They copy the DurianRider banana diet.
They all know what the deal is for carbs and stuff. They watch this shit.
Let's move on from this. I guess we've kind of drilled this into the ground, but
a pro cyclist in a t-shirt, has fucking 90-degree shoulders, man.
All right,
90-degree shoulders.
I'll agree 100%. With you. Most likely, especially when you're considering them in the peak of the season and they're like just getting beaten down like dogs. But again, that's kind of understandable. Whereas you got like Jackson, who's riding at a slow pace, you know, with his dog or whatever, and he's like taking 3 days off, and he's living in some village where he's eating beans and rice all day, and he's living with some family down in El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not doing the same life. He looks like
a professional cyclist. He looks like a pro cyclist, man.
He looks a little bit more emaciated than that, in my opinion. I mean, that's just my opinion, and we've identified the fact that
if he turned up to a training camp as a pro cyclist, they'd probably say you're probably a bit muscular. You have to lose a bit of weight.
He's 140, 6'2".
146 pounds?
140, 6'2". 6 feet 2 inches.
140 pounds, 6'2".
Yeah, he's nothing right now.
I guess I haven't really seen a real clear picture of him. Maybe he's lean enough.
So he's an inch taller than you, and he's 140, which is what, 60 kilos, 62 kilos or something.
Really? That's pretty light.
That's what I'm saying.
I take that back. He is lean enough.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But last time I saw him, he was pretty muscular.
Well, yeah, muscular. All right. Well, let's get into this video.
For a cyclist.
Yeah. Okay.
For a cyclist. That's why context is powerful.
Yeah.
You know, context is very, very powerful.
We got another hater comment. I'm not going to read that one.
Anyway. My grapes.
Okay, smash the grapes. Let's just pop this on.
I'm talking to Dr. Michael Greger of Nutrition Facts. So excited to finally meet you.
How much do you weigh right now?
So we have a trillion questions.
I'm not sure. Let me scales.
Ask the master of Nutrition Facts. But, you know, we're not going to be able to ask all the questions we would ever dream of asking. So, first of all, I just want to give a major, major thank you to just all the work that you've done over the years and just sort of all of the obviously sacrifices and time and so forth that you made to get all of that content out and just keep it going. Let's just start with the goofy ones. Someone says, when are you bringing back the beard? And I see that you're already bringing back the beard. So this is like an early release.
I did it for them.
Yeah.
Plant-based News wants to come on until Tristan is ready. Wait, so you're doing a Primal Edge Health tonight? I think you guys are going on in a few minutes. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Klaus, another guy helped up with YouTube back in the day.
Klaus got plugged in by that oil money. I want some of that. I'll go back to pushing plants too.
I was already told Klaus to do a YouTube channel.
Send me the checks, Klaus. I'll go on a world tour also.
See, this is what happens when you pressure people.
Psychic powers. That's one of the
okay.
People don't.
All right, look at this man, DurianRider. Look at this man.
Gregor's not even a vegan, man. Why are we using
Gregor's not vegan.
He's not a vegan.
How do you figure that?
He says bacon. If you eat bacon now and then, it's okay. It's better than sugar. Gregor's, I've never heard him say I'm 100% vegan.
He says that eggs are
he's
cigarettes.
Vegan for the money.
Okay.
Yeah, eggs, because he's like got some bias to the egg industry. But look, read his book, How Not to Die. You know, dude is worth $8 million
Okay.
On his non-profit charity. He's got $8 million to the not nutritionfacts.org non-profit charity. So it's $8 million.
Non-profit.
Still asking for donations.
Right, of course.
It's claiming that he donates all his proceeds to charity, fails to disclose that charity is his own, which he draws multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars a year salary from.
Right.
I've got no problems with people making bank, pushing the vegan agenda.
No
when
problem.
you're claiming that you're doing it for charity, it's like, come on, man.
So
you can get more money, and staff are mostly volunteers. It's like, fucking man, come on, what are you doing? That's bullshit. But he ain't a vegan, so why are we using him as an example of? He's got a paunch. He's not even a vegan. He's got no cardio. Like, why?
See, Derek, you've already defeated my whole argument because you know that this guy looks so terrible that you don't even want him on your team. So you've done a good job of wiping him off because now you can just say he's not vegan, and that way we can't use him against you, which is extremely smart tactics.
No, I'm just being totally honest, man. McDougal's
totally
not a full vegan. You know, Colin Campbell's not full vegan.
Okay.
But these guys, they just they like the science. There's market. There's money to be made. They're pushing it, and I'm glad it's sort of around.
Right.
But Gregor's plan is 5 cups of coffee a day, eat beans, eat mostly vegetables, have quinoa, but not too much quinoa. Have vegetables with quinoa. Don't have quinoa with vegetables.
Okay.
So what the fuck? Like, no one's doing that program.
Think about that with plant-based diets, but that's one of the perks.
When is that video coming? I want to see the research.
Yeah. You should know by now.
All right. So we have a bunch of sort of just general nutrition questions that I might as well hit you with first. And some of them have to do with it. You know, you're obviously.
This might be too long, guys. I might not be able to sit through 32 minutes of Mick the Vegan and Dr. Gregor.
People are always wondering, always asking me, like, how much oil can you get away with without an issue? Or what's the best if I have to douse a little bit in a pan, what's the oil? You know, they're always, so what's your answer there?
Someone put a gun to my head and forced me to, yeah, I know. It's so funny. I mean, there's certainly less healthy oils than more healthy oils. Yeah, certainly it's all about quantity. If you had to do an oil, some unrefined oil like extra virgin olive would probably be best. And normally,
I like how these guys swear that they're not doing any oil ever.
Is because they're brined in salt.
That's
then you have
the biggest bullshit I've ever heard.
The whole food. So, but certainly,
if you eat at any restaurant, you are consuming oil. Period.
And then get the fiber and all the non.
Oh no oil, sir. You can get away with that some places. You're not going to get away with that everywhere.
Whole food's always a better way to go, but. One of the problems with the refined oils, like something that just says vegetable oil, it's typically a soybean oil, is the process by which you actually refine. Like when you make corn oil, you think corn. It's like, wait a second, I can see walnut oil.
Plant-based news.
Where's the oil?
Tristan stood you up. Do we need to get plant-based news in here? I don't want to steal Tristan's guess. That's the last thing I want to do. And there's no way he's going to stand you up.
Where's the fat in corn? There ain't a lot of it. So you do these kind of harsh chemical treatments that can actually create a few percent of trans fats. So normally we think of trans fats only in partially hydrogenated oils, but actually in refined oils, like canola and things, you actually get a little. Now it's a teeny bit if you're just using a little bit, but
Okay, the oil.
Axe oil or something like that.
What's your take on oil these days? You still about it, or no oil, or what?
I have a bit of oil just because I'm so lean. But if someone wants to lose weight, lose fat, don't eat oil. Increase your insulin too much. It creates insulin resistance, which is anabolic. So if your goal is to lose weight, cut the oil, cut the fat as much as possible. If I was, let's say I was Dr. Gregor, had a bit of a gut, totally out of shape, I wouldn't have any oil until I was, DrewMorg lean.
Yep, the king of lean. The king of lean. I still had a little belly in my thumbnail, even though I look cool with my sick cycling gear on.
How old are you now? Okay.
I am almost 34.
Yeah. Okay. So you're lean enough. It's just when your fitness goes up, like I'm really fucking fit, and so that helps with being really fucking lean. But at the same time, 100%. If I'm not really fit, I'm still lean anyway.
The thing is, though, is that if I cycled now with my current diet, I would need to eat a little bit more carbs, but I would be so much stronger and so much leaner because I wouldn't be overeating carbs and undereating protein, and my hormones would actually be balanced, and I would get much better results much faster, in my opinion. And that's what I've seen with my lifting performance. And this is one of those things that vegans don't understand, because most of them go vegan when they're young and dumb. They're 20 years old. They never lifted a weight in their life. They go vegan, then they start working out in the gym. And this is what I believe happened to Plantriotic Jackson Foster. He thinks he had these amazing results as a vegan lifter, but the reality is he didn't lift weights before that, so he has nothing to compare it to. I know what it felt like to lift weights as a meat eater versus a vegan. I always knew that my performance was subpar as a vegan on the vegan diet, no matter how much protein I ate. And when I went back to meat, lo and behold, my performance goes right back to how it was as a meat eater. It's not a placebo. It's just the way that it is. And again, if vegans were onto this groundbreaking information, everybody in the world who makes a living on building muscle, aka bodybuilders, would all be eating a low protein plant-based diet. But that's not the way that's not what's happening, right?
That's correct. So, you need the protein, you need the steroids, otherwise you won't get the gains.
You need the protein at the very least, if you're going to make any gains.
Yeah, but the thing is, the more protein you eat, the more insulin growth factor you have, the more insulin you'll have. So it's all about
That's
hormones.
correct.
So the protein triggers the hormones, and probably the most effective food out there for putting on weight would be dairy, because it's full of hormones. Dairy's got over 80 active growth hormones in it, even organic.
I agree.
So it comes down to hormones. So the reason why animal products are more anabolic and make you fatter or heavier or more muscular if you're training.
But you're typically gaining muscle, not fat. You're gaining a lot more muscle.
I did the running race today, and there was a lot of fat people there. You know.
Okay, but they're not eating.
The guys the crew who were in front of me, there's two vegans, and the girl, I'm not sure, I don't know her, but I'd say she would be, with those guys, should be probably high vegan or definitely carving up. And they were all lean. We all looked like we should be up there. Those guys are actually probably leaner than me. Actually, they were leaner than me. They're fucking gun runners. 104 for the half marathon, apparently. That's fucking quick.
Huh.
So they were leaner than me.
Yeah, but we know how to put on fat. It's a combination of carbs and fat. Even the vegans and the vegans and the meat eaters both agree on this. Carbs and fat together, you're gonna get insulin resistance. You're gonna gain fat much easier that way per calorie, right? You can eat 100% protein at 5,000 calories of protein a day, and you're gonna gain body weight, right? You can eat 100% carbohydrate off white rice. Well, I guess that wouldn't be 100%, but it'd be close. 5,000 calories of white rice. You're gonna still get fat, but you're gonna get fat in probably different ways. To be honest with you, you're still gonna get a lot of fat though. Calories is not a calorie, but when you overeat your maintenance, you are going to gain weight. It's just it's a ratio of how much fat to how much muscle mass. It's just how it works. I mean, if you overeat on protein, you're going to gain more muscle than you are fat. If you overeat on carbs, you're going to gain more fat than you are muscle. That's just kind of the way that it works.
Potentially, yeah, triggers hormones. You know, but to gain fat from eating carbohydrate, I've never seen that. Yeah,
that's because
people with like anorexia and they're recovering, or they did a juice fast and they're recovering. Yeah,
but I have. Well, okay. So here's the thing, though. But the way that you approach it is, sure, you ride an average of 23 miles a day plus an hour of walking per day, because I've seen your Strava and I've broken it down to a molecule. So
that walking is around shopping centers.
We're talking about on the year. You break it down per day. DurianRider is active at least 2 hours a day, minimum. Whereas the average person is not doing that. So therefore, your glycogen stores are always willing to accept carbohydrate. That's why you think you can't overeat on carbohydrates. Like, you personally cannot, but other people who are sitting in an office cubicle typing away all day at a desk, 9 to 5, that aren't doing shit for activity, they think that they can go eat 3,000 calories of white rice a day and not gain any body fat. That's complete bullshit. They wouldn't be
able to stomach that.
You're right. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but even if they're overeating by even a few hundred calories, they're still going to gain weight. And people do that all the time.
Gain weight, but they're not going to get fat. They'll still look really good. They'll look slim, trim.
That's not my experience. I told you, I did the juice fast, my 30-day juice fast, because I started getting this fat insulin belly. And that's because I went from 100 miles a week cycling to no cycling whatsoever because I got injured. My fucking ankle broke in Hawaii. And it didn't heal very quickly at all, thanks to the vegan diet. And so yeah, that's my experience. Is basically I stopped cycling. I basically kept eating the way that I was. I probably ate a little bit less calories on the day, and I gained a bunch of belly fat. I got so soft, and I was like, okay, this is odd, you know.
That's not fat. That's just like your aldosterone levels because you're no longer training. You're in Hawaii, yeah?
No, I was here at the time.
And is it summertime or cold or?
It was getting into the warmer season. It was. I busted my ankle in February.
Yeah, so your aldosterone levels when you're training, they're sort of quite high, and then when you stop training, your aldosterone levels they regulate your potassium, sodium retention in your body. So they're used to like pumping out a lot of sodium from your exercise, and then you stop, then you hold a bit more fluid, 2, 3, 4 kilos even, and it's not fat, it's just fluid retention.
It was fat. I was soft as fuck. I was a fucking softie.
Fat and fluid retention is the same, looks the same, is the same. You know, like you could, eat a shit ton of salt more than you used to. Like, no, what you could do is anyone can do this experiment, cut out salt from your diet for a week or 2 weeks, train really hard, and then on that 7th or 14th day, smash in the salt, heaps of salty food on your soy sauce and your rice, and then you'll balloon up 4, 5, 7 kilos even. And it's not fat, it's just fluid retention. Your face will be like a fucking pumpkin the next day.
Okay, so even if what you're saying is accurate, that's fine.
It is accurate. Go to any bodybuilding comp next day, they're just like fucking pumpkin heads.
Correct. And that's fine.
Aldosterone levels. Google up aldosterone.
I'll check it out. Aldosterone. I'll write it down. But either way, I was eating the same way, and the carbs are the thing that stacked it on. And I believe that if I wasn't eating carbohydrate, I was eating more of a diet that I'm eating now, I wouldn't have stacked it on the same way. And basically, like, when I went to this sort of animal food based diet, I moved home. I was eating 2 meals a day, I guess. I wasn't gaining that type of fat. I wasn't gaining that type of weight. Like, there's no way I could have gained fat the way that I did back then on the high carb versus the way that I started eating now. And I was even eating pretty bad. I was eating like pastries and mixing the fat with the carbs and all kinds of stuff. But because I was actually satisfied with my food, aka high protein, high fat, I wasn't in this mode where I could overeat the carbohydrates. You know what I'm saying? Because carbs definitely spike your hunger levels and make you sort of crash into that next meal. That's why the carb eaters are freaking, grazing all day long, and the meat eaters can eat 2 meals a day and be good, or even own that in some cases. Yeah,
but your performance as a meat eater, if you're doing the carnivore diet, if I ate that, I'd eat hardly anything. And I'd probably still stay pretty lean, but I could be sick. My fitness would drop right off. My cardio would drop right off.
So what would I need to do to convince you? So I'm eating the way that I'm eating right now, and it's quite high animal foods. I'm eating maybe 50 grams of carbs a day on the average max.
Why so low?
Because I don't need it. I eat enough to basically give me a little bit of a muscular pump. When I'm on straight 0 carb, I feel like my workouts go a little flat after 4 days, 3 or 4 days of that. And then I usually will eat a huge rice meal or whatever. But what I found is if I just eat a little bit more carbs every day, like just a little bit, I'm feeling fine. I don't need that big refeed. You know what I mean? So
that would suck. I went to a bakery last night. I had a whole fucking apple pie.
Listen. I'm not some like freak where something comes my way and I'm not going to touch it. Like, I'll eat churros at the Mexican restaurant. Don't even trip. Like, the way that I'm eating now is so dialed in. 2 meals a day. I'm eating the right amount of calories, the right amount of protein. I can eat a pastry and it wouldn't even phase me. You know what I mean? It might slow the fat loss down for that particular day. It might be like, okay, check 1 day off the week where I'm not going to lose fat today. But either way, it's pretty dialed in. But what I think will happen if I start cycling right now, I think I would need to eat a little bit more carbs. Let's say 150 grams a day, something like that. And I could go out there and I could start maybe a little bit more. It depends on how much I'd burn on the rides. If I was burning 1,000 calories a ride like I used to or more, then yeah, I would probably need to eat that from carbohydrate. So I could eat what I'm eating now, plus that. I bet my performance would be much better than it was back then. I felt like I plateaued quite easily.
You should do that experiment. Did you ever use Strava or Power Meter?
Oh yeah. I Strava like crazy.
Did you have Power Meter?
No, and I'm assuming Strava is not super accurate, but I tried it. I was big into climbing. I tried to get as many climbs as I could. Have you ever heard of Glendora Mountain Road in California?
Yeah, I think I've done that.
Epic shit, man. So, I did that a couple times.
Good. What? You in LA now?
Yeah, so Orange County, which is just south of LA.
Cool. So have you got any Strava times from back in the day? on clients around there?
Yeah.
I'll then go out and compare them, man.
Yeah, that's true. I could. I have some benchmark hills right around my house too that I could easily run. I would have to train for a few months though, because like pretty much like I was in it, you know. And when your fitness skyrockets after like let's say 2 or 3 months of cycling all the time, you really get fucking fit. Like where you're just like you're like a, you know, you're like a guitar string. Like you're just so in that mode, you know. Whereas it's so different than weightlifting, because weightlifting, you really gain it over time. It's this slow accumulation of muscle, which eventually you like wake up 9 months later and you're like, you're finally bigger than you were, you know, at the start. You have to compare the pictures.
Unless you hop on steroids like Veggie Police, and it's within a couple of weeks.
I don't think he's on it.
Not anymore. But I
do you know how many calories a day you eat, by the way?
How many calories do I eat?
Yeah.
No, I don't weigh myself. I don't count calories. I'm never hungry. I eat. Last night we went to a bakery here in North Adelaide, me and Natasha, and I bought a big pie, and Natasha had a couple of pies, and I had 2 pies and a pasty, and then plus that big apple pie, and I was stuffed, man.
How's Natasha's body changed over time? Is she getting fitter, fatter, leaner, stronger? What's the deal?
Fitter and evergreen hot. But last night she put in a surge up this climb and put me into trouble. So she definitely has some really high aerobic capacity at the moment. Yeah, I think it's just, as I was saying last night to Natasha, it's mental, you know, holding that for a minute and then holding that for 15 or 20 minutes. It's just a mental game. If you can hold it for a minute, you can hold it for 15 or 20. You know, that intensity, maybe the power.
It's just a matter of not blowing off. It's a matter of not blowing up.
Or it's just a matter of blowing up and holding on. You know, but just going under a level where you don't totally go over to lactate, but you just on that red line, and your breathing's full on. Like that, the female runner this morning, you know, her breathing was full on in that first K. So I pulled up alongside her. I'm like, I'm going to check out this girl's breathing. I was like, okay, she's probably going to blow up, but no, I blew up. 2.5 K later. So, and they put like 40 something seconds into me. So it was good. So psychology is huge. Psychology is huge, definitely.
Let's
what is Mick the vegan? Is he on your screen still? It's on my screen.
Yeah, he's there.
Oh. Why is his hair a different color to his beard? Is he wearing a wig or what's the deal?
I don't know. He's got this hipster weird haircut, and that's just what he does.
That dude annoys me, man. I remember he used a picture of some person at my festival a few years ago who was eating KFC, taking all sorts of meds, and use that as his example. It's like, why wouldn't you use someone who I live in coach with? Why wouldn't you use Natasha as an example of a DurionRider or a high carb vegan, or, you know, a fruit lover, sugar lover, rice lover? Why would you use someone who's not even a vegan, who never even followed my advice other than to come to Chiang Mai, who was 95 kilos at like, you know, there's this girl was 30 kilos heavier than me.
What was
40
her name?
kilos heavier than Natasha, Julia. And,
that girl, yeah.
You know, psycho, nutter, drama creator. Why I gave her any time of day would be on me. Big mistake. Why would Mick the vegan, the Mr. Science, Mr.
Right. They love the drama, these guys as well.
What a dog move to use, you know what I mean? And what a parasitic move to take me out of context like that. And to, you know,
it's what these guys love doing.
Trying to scare people away from vegan life.
It's called,
sugar guys, eat chickpeas.
Listen, it's called unethical veganism. It's the willingness to lie to make their case of veganism better or whatever, and maybe steer them away from you or whatever the case is. But as long as it's all in the promotion of the animals, then it's all good in their minds.
It's not in the promotion of animals. It's in the promotion of him. You know, that guy couldn't give a fuck about anyone. He's just about getting subs and getting Patreon money.
Rafael Pinto
in my opinion,
asking, would that in plant-based form have a problem, like a protein powder with leucine? Do we have the same issue there?
Yeah,
that's what
you'd have the same issue. So that's why, I mean, it's a high enough soy protein consumption.
So I got some hot hotline bling here. Hold on, let me put this up at the camera. So Megan just sent me a text with her eating unlimited potatoes and dates back in the day, and this is what she looked like.
What year was that?
Probably. Look at those legs. Probably This was probably at least 5 years ago. No. This was just before I moved in with her. This was 2016, 3 years ago. She said same exercises now: yoga, walking, body weight exercise, all the same shit.
I guarantee she's a different beast now. You know, if
She
I
is
was
a
to
different
work out
beast now.
vegan now, she would get into it. Back in the day, I remember 2011, I think it was, her and Joey. And Joey, her boyfriend, was very, very lean.
He's still lean.
You know, Megan lost a lot of weight. You know, she was big. I used to use her as one of the promo girls for the raw vegan high carb lifestyle. She was fat. Back in the day.
No, when I moved in with her, she was at her peak. She was like over 140. She was the same weight as I was. Actually, she weighed more than I did.
She was bigger than that back in the day, back in 2009, whatever it was. And so she's always been a bit of a yo-yo dieter and coming and going and just, you know. But I remember she was scared of sweating, and I'm like, well, I remember saying to three of us, I maybe even said to Megan, I can't remember. I said, this girl's never going to reach her goals if she's scared of sweating. You know, you can get lean, you know, but you ain't going to get results doing no exercise. You know, you'll get flat ass, you'll get skinny, you have just like bad posture, you'll get nothing, no real results unless you're doing some fitness. And she's doing it now, it seems like, so she's getting some results finally.
I definitely agree. Hey, anybody in the chat, if you want us to check out some videos, name some good videos to check out. I really don't want to watch Mick the Vegan and Dr. Greger for 30 minutes. So we got
people promoting unsustainable vegan lifestyle advice.
It's just people with bad results. It's just, I don't want to say what you want about DurianRider. The guy is fast on a bicycle. If you want those results, you can follow his advice and you'll probably be fast on a bicycle.
Definitely.
It's like, okay, that makes sense to me.
Or if you're a girl and you want a bikini body, follow my advice.
Well, that's questionable. I would say that to go eat protein and fat and higher fat and get an exercise regime, and you'll lose body fat and you'll gain muscle mass, which is what the girls want. Like, I think Natasha could get her results.
Girls want skinny arms, skinny legs, flat belly, nice ass. That's what girls want. No girl wants man arms.
That's true. But
if
you can get that.
Push a button and get arms like Natasha, skinny arms, tons of skinny twigs. Every girl would want that. Often girls go to the gym because they think they can't get that, so then want to become men and get CrossFit boyfriends or whatever, and that's fine.
Right.
But every girl I've ever met wants skinny arms.
Someone wants to watch Kino Body. No. Dude, I played the, are you a fan of the DurianRider Air Puncher 2 video, by the way? It's one of my favorites.
I think I saw something. Or was that me when I was trolling in Chiang Mai gym doing a little fancy kicks and fucking around?
Yeah.
Pretending I was serious. Yeah.
That video is A+. I almost got my entire 4-hour stream demonetized because of the 2 seconds of they played the Rocky theme song in that video. So now I'm terrified to play any music.
Copyright music.
Yeah, it's almost screwed me over. What's your thoughts on Frank Tufano? Have you seen that kid?
Yeah, that dude looks like a narcissist of next level, man. Just trolling hard, just going whatever trend. If the vegan trend picks up again, he'll jump onto that.
You think
the carnivore trend's going now. The dude's talking so much bullshit. I just eat raw meat, and then he's fucking cooking meat, and then he's eating rice, and he's eating shit. Like what? Does he wear makeup, or what's the deal? Or is that just a phone filter?
I don't think he's wearing makeup, but
is it just a phone filter then?
No,
it's my YouTube channel around
he films with the camera
from animal foods. The reason for that is not because
that video looks like a Samsung.
Meat. It's because
I'm using now.
There are specific vitamins, fat-soluble vitamins. I'll refer to.
He does talk about EMF, and I don't know about the EMF tinfoil hat bullshit. Like, he has his router in his house wrapped in like tinfoil or something like that, and I just thought that was a little bit weird.
I believe it now. I don't have a router at my house anymore. I just use phones.
Why what issues do you have with EMF?
Because
I've lived around this shit my whole life.
So much radiation all around us all the time. Like most of the time, my phone's in airplane mode.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
And
so at night time when we sleep,
difference.
our phones are off. There's no electricity in our room turned on. Everything's just switched off. I don't even have a light bulb in the house that works. We use little lamps and stuff like that.
By candlelight?
By candlelight or like low light. For sure, it makes a huge difference.
Whale blubber for the fuel. Vegan candles. Vegan candles. All right.
FSVs, as well as water-soluble vitamins like B12.
We might be learning too much stuff from Frankie here.
To animal foods. You cannot obtain these nutrients in any plant-based form. That's why we have laboratories and supplements as well made specifically for vegans.
This is the okay. Look, I'm gonna go anti-carnivore here for a second. This is the thing that I have an issue with some of the carnivore side promoters is they're just like flat out like, you can't do this. And it's like, well, we know for sure we have vegans that are lasting 10 years. Some of them aren't deteriorating. Some of them have good fitness. Some of them, I'm not saying all of them. I think a very small percentage can actually do this. DurianRider's an outlier, whatever. Vegan Gains is an outlier. Derrick Simnet's an outlier. But to say that it's impossible or whatever is misleading people. And it's also hurting your own argument because they're just going to be like, well, I know Steve over here who's a 15-year vegan. And then everything you say after that is just going to be forgotten about. So it's like vegans, the same thing as vegans saying you can't live long-term on meat only. It's like there's definitely people doing that and getting good results. So you can't say definitively either way. Now, I think that vegans fall off eventually. I don't know about you. You're going like 18 years or whatever. Like, you seem okay to me. I don't think that you're ever going to have the issue that others do, although we do see 20-year plus vegans fall off the wagon. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of these people, people don't really talk much about psychological health. And someone like Vegan Gains, I don't even believe that dude's vegan. How is he so fucking, what's the word, polite? How is he so fat, tubby?
Right.
Really?
Well, he was bulking a bit. He was bulking on the vegan diet. Now he's been cutting, so he actually does look a bit leaner. Yeah, he looks a little bit better.
Bulking recently. Is binging, cutting is starving, binging, purging. Like, it's not healthy. He doesn't look in. When he followed my advice back in 2015, dude looked cut, looked in shape, looked fit. Now he looks like a fucking vegan donut with the mouth, like, and a little bit of sprinkle hair on there. I don't know what's going on there. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if dude's not vegan. He's just vegan for the money. And that's like the amount of money he begs and shit. Wouldn't surprise me what that dude's into. But he wouldn't come out about it because he would lose his income like that. So he's sort of locked in there. Me, I've made all my money. I don't even have to do nothing.
Right.
I make most of my money from cycling ebook, which is about cycling, it's about vegan.
Right.
Or my other YouTube viral videos and crypto.
My biggest video is a cycling video. 250K views on that bad boy. My second video I ever made.
What's much more money in cycling YouTube than vegan YouTube. Much more.
That's because there's nobody doing it, or there wasn't like 2-3 years ago.
Doing cycling, man. It's like such a fucking untapped thing.
And yet people are spending the most amount of money on cycling products. Insane amount of money going into cycling products with the least amount of reviews. People drop $10,000 on a bicycle without even thinking about it. There's no reviews online. Like, literally, they just go buy it. They don't even think about it. And there's no innovation. There's nothing. It's the craziest market. I've never seen such a waste of money in my life. Now, that being said, the products are great. They're really fun to use, but they're not, the top of the line bike today isn't $10,000 better than the top of the line bike from 10 years ago.
It's not even better. It's worse. The top of the line Specialized tarmac disc is heavier and slower than 10 years ago. Literally slower and heavier than 10 years ago up a hill because of the disc brakes and all that shit. It's crazy.
Someone says that you destroyed us last stream and you made us look unintelligent.
No,
there was not even a debate.
It's just discussion, and I won, I lost, you guys won, you guys lost. Everyone's got a different opinion,
Right.
And no one's it wasn't like a boxing match, a one-hit boxing match, where it's like, okay, the person got knocked out the first
stumped him. What else do you guys want to see?
Yeah.
What else do you guys want to see here? Because I'm not going to watch Frank Tufano. I actually don't have anything against Frank. I think that some of his content is good, especially when he talks about scientific stuff. But, again, it's not something I watch.
Information. This is not from him training thousands of people like I've trained, or it's
Agreed.
Just him parroting shit. He's not an athlete. He looks like just a dude who's maybe a little bit low dose tests, lifting
low
a bit.
dose test.
Just like,
I don't know, man. Not everybody's on it, I don't think.
I'd have to maybe see him in real life, but steroids is like Botox. Steroids is like makeup for men.
All right, look, here's my favorite.
Rampant.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my kitchen for another episode.
This is my favorite. He is the best example, assuming he's not on steroids, and assuming that he is a legit vegan. Derrick Simnet is the best example of veganism on YouTube right now, hands down. The most marketable.
Yes.
Hands down. This guy could easily be a 1 million subscriber type of channel. If he just keeps going. He doesn't actually make that many videos.
How old is he?
I don't know. I think he's about 30.
Yeah.
Anybody know how old Derrick Simnet is? Oh, we got Vegan Foot Soldier in the... We got Vegan Foot Soldier in here?
Summer is coming, and not only do I want to get a little bit more shredded for summer, I also want to increase my cardiovascular capability.
We got every, just type in at vegan. We got every vegan up in here. They're all fans.
So, yeah, I'll be doing some hill sprints pretty soon, and we'll see. I might go to the gym and do like a proper leg day, but I'm not really feeling it today. But I definitely have to get moving. First of all, it is so windy out here. So
all right, we're gonna play some Zvirage, epitome of malnutrition. Have you seen those videos?
But you can see the
no, but I got to say my honest opinion. Simnet, definitely not natty. And
Okay,
I think I agree. He's a great role model.
Yeah.
But looking at his face, looking at his hairline,
Right.
hearing his voice, he ain't natty. So I think it's misleading that he's selling vegans a program that's never going to give. No one's going to get the results he's got.
Right.
By just eating chickpeas and salad.
And he was
now. I'm glad he's in the movement. I'm glad he's showing other roid users you can still be cut, look good as a vegan. On roids.
Right.
But I think it's misleading to sell a program to other vegans saying you're going to build muscle eating my chickpea salad, and there's no fucking way in the world you're going to look like him unless you're taking the same shit he's taking.
Well, he is 5'6".
I dislike how nice he is on camera and fake and like, guys, you know, like, should I do a cut? Should I get to do cardio? It's like, come on, man. Like, let's talk about the real shit you're taking, you know? So I like it and I dislike it at the same time.
I happen to know that he big leagued some people that I know that had a channel as big or bigger than him. They wanted to collab, and he basically he ghosted them.
Why?
And he just basically wasn't into it. Didn't say anything about it. Just bounced. Just
it's a bit mysterious, isn't he?
That's what I'm saying. These guys that are hard to get a hold of.
Super nice. They act super nice on camera. Hey guys, I love you. And when you want to have a real conversation with them or get them on asking real questions, it's like they're just like slipping like an eel in the Sagrasso Sea for all the seaweed.
Right.
I watched a video of him where he did a video, am I on steroids? And he never actually answered the question in the video.
Huh. Right. Really? Interesting. CMC says, watch that one. Am I on steroids? Okay.
CMC says, I've got nothing wrong with people taking gear. I've taken gear. I understand it. I understand the pressures and the goals and all that. But to lie to your customers about it and sell them a fucking chickpea program, come on, man. There's better ways to make money.
That's DJ Oso Polar. That's a good idea. We're gonna watch that. We'll queue it up. This is probably the best example of.
But Simnet is a good example of you can be a vegan and you can get the same fake natty results as all the other guys, and he's always lean year round, so he's a good testimony for that.
Agreed. Steroids, my story. This one, steroids story, vegan muscle building. Natty.
Who's that?
This is Simnet right here.
And even that intro, that distraction intro. You know what I mean? Wow, look at the nature. It looks really cool. It's like total distraction, diversion tactics. You know, it's like, look at this shit, man. Like, answer the question, bro. Even vegan cheetah on the gas.
Well, I don't think he's on the gas anymore. He was, and he was open about it.
He's hot back on. He's hot back on. You can tell. You can tell.
Really? CMC, can you confirm that? CMC says that he says that you calling everybody out on steroids is discrediting me. I mean, that's Harley's opinion, and I'm honest. I'm actually defending these people for the most part. I don't think that Simnet is on the juice. I think that he
Look
has.
at it, man. Remember how skinny he used to be, man? He used to be a skinny runner. Look at him. Look at his arms, man. They ain't natty. And he looks good, man. He looks like a low dose. He trains consistently, eats well. Good on him.
Yeah.
Really big fan, but I have to know. I promise I won't tell anybody. But are you natural?
Look at that. That's the question. Jump cuts, distraction.
I don't know who William Sheffield is.
It's a whole video anyway. I'd probably recommend watching it in your own time. But
definitely isn't the first time I've got this question.
He's a good talker, man. He's a good talker.
YouTube and a lot of
He'd be a good lawyer.
I start lifting weights and I start seeing all the supplements and I start seeing all these guys in the supplement advertisements and steroids. So now I'm suspicious of everyone. I figure anybody with any muscle that's in any sports is probably on steroids. So fast forward another few years and I've been vegan for a few years.
Why
I was a runner.
is this
I love doing trail
cutting
running.
out
I was
like that?
really lean.
Okay.
I was really well adapted to long distance running and I just started to become a nutritionist and I kept getting the same feedback from people. They were like, hey, this might work for you. I get that. I'm sure there's some benefits to the vegan diet, but I like to have some muscle. I need those gains. I like to look a little bit more manly. So I quickly realized if I want to change
long story short,
who's on their idea or sell like a product? They're using some performance enhancing drugs to sell that to people. A lot of people want to say I'm at like a very low body fat. I really don't think I'm as low as people think. I think we estimate people's body fat to be lower than they are most of the time. So I'm going to say I'm around an 8% body fat. I get a lot of people saying they think I'm like 6 to gain 30. And this keeps
the FFMI calculator doesn't really mean all that much either.
That means shit. Doesn't mean. Look at all the fucking UFC fighters get busted. Like, doesn't mean shit, man.
Exactly. But
I like
either
how
way,
he uses all these little bro science terms. But again, like the guy he's out there representing for the fake natties, because a lot of guys in the gym, they want to get lean, and if they see another fake natty who's vegan, they're like, oh, I can do this. So it's good. I'm glad that he's out there, and Venus and all the crew, all the crew on the chickpea and anthlate. I'm glad they're out there doing it.
The chickpea and anthlate.
It's good. It shows people that you'll get better results on steroids if you are high carb, low fat vegan, because you have cleaner blood. You'll be a cleaner organism. So, but obviously these guys are going to come out about it, because imagine if they come out about it. Yeah, guys, I actually take gear. Everyone takes gear. Yeah, they get total decimation straight away. So I understand why they have to lie.
It's like coming out as a non-vegan anymore. You get fucking shit on.
Not as much as steroids, man. Steroids is like the worst thing ever. Vegans give you a bit of shit, you fade out. Steroids, it goes with you forever. Oh, you're a steroid cheat. Even people still today, oh, you're a steroid cheat. I'm like, do I look like I'm a fucking steroid abuser or consistent user? Does my running times or bike times indicate that I'm a hardcore doper or dope? No, they don't. So even me being honest and open about it, still getting slammed today. It's crazy. So I understand why people lie about it.
Look at the dislike ratio on this video. This looks like an ex-vegan video right here. This is like 80% dislikes.
What's the context?
Her thing is called "Why Our Babies Will Only Eat Fruit." What do you think about that? Feeding a baby only fruit and breast milk.
I think that's a good idea for a start.
You think so?
I'd recommend I'd give the baby B12 injections. I'd give these Fruitarian hippies in the jungle B12 injections. Here's the thing: why are they even having kids, man? There's enough kids on the planet. Wait.
I don't know, but I mean,
in Indonesia, man, just orphan some kids, like adopt some kids.
How could I, control what my child eats? So if my child interacts with other children, or if he's going for a rebellion phase, which we know we've all been for, like a rebellion phase in our teenage years, I'm gonna love him and support him, whatever his.
See, she has got a great example of the eyeballs sinking right to the back of her head. And she's eating enough calories too. Look at her. She's got the little arms. She's not totally emaciated in the arms. But
she's lost
even
a lot
still,
of weight as well, though. I think
even still, her eyes.
Big girl, wasn't she?
I think she was bigger.
I met them last year in Thailand and in the Philippines. I'm pretty sure I met them.
It's most likely to be fruit. At the same time, I have high hopes that, our children won't resort to eating animal flesh.
Would you ever do a meat experiment? I think it'd be fucking interesting for you to do a meat experiment.
I did for the first 22, 23 years of my life.
No, but knowing what we know now, like we know a lot more now about staying away from the carbs in conjunction. Like you definitely weren't doing a high meat, low carbohydrate diet back then.
I did in 1999 for maybe a couple of weeks, and I didn't take a shit. And I'm like, this is when I had energy to train. I'm like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit.
You don't think that
you could? Stupid.
You don't think that you can make it happen now? Like, there's got to be guys that you train with that inspire you, that are better than you, that are eating some animal products, and I'm sure that they feel animal foods. Sorry, guys, I had a whole thing about this earlier. That feel like you could gain something from it.
Yeah, there's guys who beat me now, and I know them from a few years ago, and they weren't as fast, and they started taking my advice. Yeah. A lot of them went full vegan or mostly vegan, and now they're monsters, man. And I remember these guys like 4, 5, 6 years ago. They were nothing. I was watching my videos. Hey, DrewMorg, taking selfies, and now I'm monstering up these climbs and like leaving me for dead because they're taking my advice on the carbs. And some of them do eat a little bit of meat here and there, but they're not performing because of the meat. Okay. There's plenty of people I smash.
They're not going deficient because of the meat either, though. That's an issue. Like that, I said they're not going deficient because of the meat supplement as well, though. Like that is a thing.
There's guys who are vegan, full vegan, and they fucking dominate. The fastest runners in my city now, Adelaide, are vegan.
Well, so like all these guys that they're taking supplements, they're taking this Vivo Life bullshit. Like I said, they're getting protease and all these other digestive enzymes in with their protein powders. So like the fact that they can even absorb anything is happening because of the supplementation that they're taking. If you're taking 2 Vivo Life scoops a day, you're getting multiple servings of digestive enzymes. It's the same shit that Life Regenerator sells, Dan the Man. And that's why I think he's able to thrive so long term, is because he uses all kinds of digestive enzymes in his. Of course, he gets paid by the company, but he also uses that shit too.
Dan the Man, aka DTM, aka ATM. I wouldn't trust anything that slippery dude says, man. That dude ATM is a slippery motherfucker, man.
ATM is an inspiration to a lot of people.
I find him incredibly narcissistic and fake, and just in it for the money 100%. And and his programs are unsustainable. He appeals to the juice faster crowd, and I don't hate the dude, and I've hanged out with him a lot one-on-one. I remember he tried to beat me on the bike one time, and we let him pretend he was winning up a hill, and then we just kept flying past. Flying past. So I don't rate him as a person, not a bad person, but untrustworthy, not evil, not bad, but just, I would not take his advice either. Let's say he was a really nice, legit guy. His advice sucks. It's unsustainable. It's orthorexic promoting, and who knows what the fuck he's eating or taking.
All right. Well, let's see what this.
I do plan on incorporating the information about animal suffering and factory farming in our education of our children, and the essence of ahimsa, of not harming other beings by eating animals, and so that at least there is some hope that our children won't be eating meat when they grow up.
There's a big sense of cluelessness in these people.
This girl is a space cadet, man. She's so
that's what I'm saying.
As I'm putting the food on the table, it's probably going to be fruit, and we are confident that this is the best diet for us, this is the best diet for mankind, and hence it is the best diet for our children.
She is blazed out of her mind.
And I know
it's the best diet for us, it's the best diet for the children, it's the best diet for mankind. Come on, man. Where have you been, lady? I saw some lady pull out the 80-10-10 book the other day, and I was shocked. I was like, what? You are so far behind the times. Like, damn.
80-10-10 is good, and just add in some rice and sugar if you need extra calories.
Come on. 80-10-10 is crap, dude.
Why is that?
You don't trust Doug Graham for his shit.
I don't trust Doug Graham for shit, man. Dude is fucking big disappointment. Big disappointment. Big inspiration for me for a long time in my life.
It feels like that's what's happening with everybody. You got all these guys, they eventually like come clean or something. It happens. You got the Mike, the fruit festival guy. CMC broke that story. He's in jail apparently.
Yeah, because Mike's and I rate.
He's a fake vegan as well. Fish eater. Confirmed.
He's not a vegan. He's just a runner. I rate him though. He's definitely helped me a lot. But apart from that, he's in prison because some dodgy dude from another country tried to extort him for bad reviews or whatever.
Right. And he tried to have him killed or what?
Mark said, "Fuck you." Mark got a judge to sign injunctions to hand to Google to take the website down. So, and they did that, and then the guy popped up the website again the next day on another site. So instead of going back to the judge, paying more money for legal fuckwits, Mike just forged his signature, handed it to Google, and got busted for that. All Mike was trying to do was protect himself from these fuckwits on the internet talking shit about him, and he got fucked over and put in jail. So for me, that's fucked. He's in jail.
If that's the truth of that matter, then that is fucked. He still did something totally illegal. I wouldn't have done that if I was him. That just kind of shows his desperation.
Yeah, I understand why he did it. So it's different to like scamming someone. Yeah, he was just trying to fast track the fucked up system that's broken and it lets people write anything about you on the internet.
Right.
There's nothing you can do about it.
You know something about that, obviously.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to accept it.
Nothing you can do about it.
CMC said it had nothing to do with extortion. Interesting. Well, yeah, I think DurianRider gave a pretty good example of that. By the way, whatever happened with you and all that legal shit back in the day? Remember that? The Kayla Tsinas. What was the total, 5 year later fallout from all that? What's the deal?
Well, my video's still up. And I said to Toby and Kayla, I said, like, guys, you just fucking email me, man. I live in Adelaide. I live down the road from you guys. Just come and meet and go to a cafe and talk about it.
Right.
They went the lawyer route and spent a stupid amount of money. They could just fucking talk to me. And I didn't think I was ever going to go to court. I was like, what the fuck? Like, this is an overreaction. I'm a very approachable person. People could talk to me. I hate lawyers, man. Lawyers just want to take your fucking money and talk shit. And just,
on both
nobody
sides, right?
wins in that setup. Or the only person who really wins is lawyers because they're both making big coin from the bullshit situation. So in the end, I just basically said to Toby, I know some stuff about such and such and such. And then within a few hours, his lawyers got in contact and said, hey, let's just drop it. You guys fuck off. We'll fuck off. Just don't talk about it anymore. That was it. And in the case of the story. So yeah.
So we're not gonna reopen this issue, this beef, but I mean, the whole crux of the argument was you guys just didn't like her 1,600 calorie a day diet, right? That was the main issue, or whatever.
Yeah, and there was
yeah.
There was some fake natty discussion about that, and then later he got caught with steroids in his Ferrari or Lamborghini or whatever, Bugatti or whatever it was, and it all sorted itself out, and so I didn't think it was going to blow up like that. That was my intention. It's just me making a video, and I didn't like the 1,600 calorie a day program. And credit to Kayla that she changed it up. She changed it up to more focus on the exercise versus 600 calorie a day diet.
Yeah.
So it was just my goal was wasn't to fucking trash. It was just to say, hey, 600 calories a day, it ain't going to be sustainable. But hey, people want to buy these starvation plans, man. That's just how it is. And they're worth like $450 million. So that shit
what?
And yeah, Google them up. Worth $450 million. So I got to put it out there to Toby and tip of the hat that he did fucking incredibly well, and he did his homework, and he sold what people wanted. So the inspiration there. Not that I agree with it, but at the same time, Kayla also promotes more carbohydrates now. She says don't feed the carbs. So yeah, some positives came out of that. For sure.
Oops. Let me shut that. Hey, anybody in the audience, please give me and DurianRider any topics that you would like to discuss. We'll probably end up wrapping pretty shortly here, and then I'll do a little outro with everybody after that. So, Mr. Ryder, do you have any topics that you'd like to bring up? Any air to clear?
We can see a pregnant lady on the screen here, the Fruitarian girl.
Yep.
I mean, why, in my opinion, why are people having more kids in 2019? We've got 153 million orphans in the world today. These people in Indonesia, there's kids living on the street in poverty. Why not adopt them? I mean,
do you find that interesting that vegans or even non-vegans in general have a huge fucking issue with people buying dogs, but they don't have an issue with people having their own kids? Like, isn't it weird that they're more protective over dogs than they are over actual kids' lives. Like, you don't hear people just shitting on people online for not adopting kids. You know what I mean? Isn't that weird? That I find that weird.
Yeah, because I guess as people don't, it's socially unacceptable to critique people for having children in 2019. And I do it, and I don't hate people. I'm just saying, like, what about the kids dying out there? And what sort of future are you bringing your children into? It doesn't affect me. I don't have any kids. I've got a vasectomy, but like, what future? What's going to be like in 20 years' time? You know what I mean? Like right now, the competition level is insane as it is. Competition for housing or jobs or boyfriends or girlfriends or friends or anything, making money. It's just the competition's insane out there. So the world is so cutthroat.
Yeah, well, I agree with that.
So fucking cutthroat, man. This world is fucked up. There's a lot of beauty in the world, but a lot of that's going and gone. And to have kids, I think it's unfair. It's unfair on the kids that are already here, and it's unfair to the kids who are yet to be born, who are going to be born into this crazy world. So that's why I got a vasectomy, because I'm like, I don't want to be part of that.
Would you adopt eventually, or I mean, does Natasha want a little?
I wouldn't adopt. I've adopted 4 cats, and for me, being a parent, it's not my thing. For Natasha, it's not her thing. We've got each other.
She could change that. She's 20. She might.
And she might change her mind, but girls like Natasha don't really change their mind on kids. When women like that enjoy their bodies as they are, they enjoy their lifestyle as it is, and they just they enjoy the lifestyle and the freedom and the low responsibility, and just and
it's they're having a good time
sitting in the sun with the cats.
She's loving her life. She's got a good situation over there, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's everyone loves that. So someone said in the comments, DrewMorg, there'll be no future for humans if we don't have kids. That's probably a good thing. I mean, what benefit do humans have on the planet, really?
I mean, I take.
How do we benefit the planet?
Honestly, the way that I look at it is like, who really cares? It's not. Honestly, it sounds fucked up. It's not my problem. It's really not my problem. Like, what I believe is that basically we're here and we have a responsibility to keep ourselves going well and doing well. Like that we are the top priority, like if we fucking destroy the planet in 10,000 years, there's no humans left. Who cares? It's literally who cares. It's not, nature balances itself out its own way. If humans are here or not here in a million years, it does not matter. It's not our job to try and keep that going. Now, you don't have to go out of your way to fuck shit up, but again, it's like, it's not my problem necessarily to try and change that. Like, I have to live the best life that I can live in order to affect people around me in the best way that I can. And if I'm suffering in any way, and that, includes eating conventional meat and stuff like that, if I can't afford to feed myself, then, like I honestly think a lot of vegans are doing themselves disservices right now. A lot of them are not doing so well. They don't have the mental capacity. Like if somebody's doing, I say this all the time, if somebody's doing really well on a vegan diet, good for you. Continue on. If things change tomorrow, understand that there's other options out there. That's the only thing I have to say about it. But other than that, keep going. You're doing good, because you might be struggling on an animal foods diet too. Who knows? If you found something that works for you, great. But again, it's like it comes down to taking care of yourself is really what I have to say about that.
And taking care of the planet as well.
To a certain degree, though. Drew's ego is loud. Go fruit yourself. All right. So
the amount of people over the last 18 years I've influenced to go vegan and seen just incredible transformations. It is undeniable, the benefits. Undeniable. But I understand emotionally for a lot of people they can't do it because their families or their work colleagues or they get a bit scared of, I got this itch on my skin. Is it because of the not enough protein or whatever? And their doctor says, you need more protein, and they're like, okay, I need to eat meat. So I get that.
This person actually has a great question, and I think this will probably be the last question that you and I take today, but I love it. Drew, what do you think is the most ideal diet within the vegan diet? So let me guess, DurianRiders. High carb, low fat, minimal oils. Always make sure you're carb. You undereat, you're going to fall off the bandwagon. This is at least the old advice that has been given for the years. Anything else? Have you changed any? Like that's your basis, right?
and go to bed early. And
go to bed early.
And keep your caffeine intake very, very low or not at all. If you're on Adderall or Ritalin, understand these drugs are very strong. They're very addictive. They have psychological health complications long term. If you're on the contraceptive pill, that can cause a lot of issues. If you're on certain SSRI medications, antidepressants, antipsychotics, then your weight loss will be very, very hard to obtain a lean body on those medications for most people. And just when people around you, have compassion, have empathy, have tolerance, and understand that they don't see the world that you'll see it or as I see it. And so they might say, hey, you're not getting enough protein, you're a vegan, blah, 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 blah. And if you take that to heart, especially if it's your mum or your boyfriend or your lover or someone, and that'll eat you away. And that can cause health issues. So for a lot of people, that's really hard. They come to Thailand, they're having a great time, they're going to Hawaii, they're getting sex, they're getting fun, it's all good. And they move back to Colorado or New Zealand, and they're back in their conventional reality, and they can't do vegan emotionally. So some sort of people they can't hack the social disapproval. So I understand that.
I'm glad that I agree. That's definitely a part of it, and I think that it's being overused as the reason for ex-vegans going back. I do think that a lot of the current vegans on YouTube are using that as like the scapegoat excuse. I think that that's probably not the case for most people. Again, I always bring up the vegans that I live with in Hawaii that are now ex-vegans. Like a lot of them are ex-vegans now, and they lived in a community of vegans that were not around their parents. There's no social pressure whatsoever to eat meat again or whatever. So like, I know a lot of people that were in that perfect environment that still ended up going back. But all that being said,
peer pressure.
Well, so what I think would be the perfect diet, if I had to go vegan today, gun to my head, what I would do is a high protein, low fiber diet. I would utilize tofu more than lentils, because at the end I was doing lentils and peanut butters and stuff like that, and it was really wrecking my gut. I think that I would utilize tofu, tempeh, those type of things more. I would spread my protein out more throughout the day. I would do less smoothies, and I would just really focus on the low fiber aspect. Like DurianRider says, he promotes a high rice diet, and even processed sugar diet as well, included in the food. Now, I think that
and fruit
as well, and I do enjoy fruit as well. So that's what I would do. I would try and get my calories, my protein in through mostly whole foods, and I would utilize tofu more. And I would basically I would try and eat as little fiber as I could. Really, is what I would do. But actually, that brought something up for me. So are you familiar with the precursor to heart disease? This triglyceride to HDL ratio. We talked about this last time in the live stream, and you gave us your numbers, and other people in the chat got back to me afterwards, and they said that your number was quite high for that. So I would maybe look into that, and maybe we can talk about that more next time. It just hit me right now. But what's considered really bad is 3.0 or above, and you were 2.3 on your last test. So it's like you're not in the red range yet, but you're like in the yellow range. And what that could indicate is that potential heart disease in the future, inflammation of the arteries from a high sugar, constant sugar dosing diet type of thing. So I don't know if you have any, if you put any weight behind that, but it's just something that I thought was interesting.
The first sign of inflammation in the body is you look inflamed. That's one. Second is fatigue. You won't be running sub 17-minute 5Ks. You won't be running 2:47 marathon. You'll have a lot of fatigue. That's the first sign of inflammation is fatigue. And we see that all around society. When I go to the doctors to get my bloods done.
But what about fit people that are having heart attacks? I mean, we know, like my grandfather, for instance, was an active old guy in his late 70s, thin, he looked good. I mean, and then he just massive heart attack, gone. Peace, RIP.
Yeah, because if you keep eating animal products, I could die from a heart attack any day from all animal products I used to eat. Who knows?
No. You know that there's whatever you ate 20 years ago is out of your system. Any damage? Man. Oh yeah,
the damage done at a cellular level stays forever. It's scar tissue, man.
Scar tissue. No way. I don't think so. I don't think when it comes to animal or your arteries or whatever. Why does Caldwell-Esselstyn and all these guys say that you can reverse arterial damage? Then if that's if the animal the vegan foods aren't so amazing, you know?
You can, but if you're still eating a bit of oil or fat, then that reversal will be a lot lessened. That's what, and that could be me.
That could be
because
me.
I don't eat oil free. You know, I definitely eat my oils and fats to stay, you know, give a weight up a bit.
Right.
You know, if I never took steroids, if I never did oil, I'd probably be like, you know, 14 kilos or something. So yeah.
Somebody pirate. Oh my God! Stop putting your biceps in the air and pretending like you're not flexing. I think he wants to see a flex. I think that's what the case is right there.
I'm just stretching my neck.
Just stretching.
It's a bit tight.
Just stretching.
Oh yeah. Oh, let's flex it out.
Full vitamin S right here.
Yeah, vitamin S. It looks natty.
It looks natty. That's like a huge offense to me. They're like, oh, you look natty, dude. Trust me, you're okay. You're fine. Fuck you. Call me.
I'm not natties when someone has the full the bowling ball.
I'm working on it. I was vegan for so long. I've only been working out for 4 months after veganism.
You won't get that unless you're taking gear. Doesn't matter.
Well, hopefully I get it just like just like Tristan without doing the gear. That'll be my next. That's my goal. It's to look like Tristan.
Tristan, I think he angles the camera pretty full on. He's not that big in real life, is he?
No, he's only 165 pounds.
How tall is he? Like 4'9" or something?
No, he's I believe he's 5'9". So just
5'9"?
like yeah, so just like 1 inch lower than me, but he weighs 20 more pounds than I do.
Yeah. So a low dose is a netty dose.
Got it. All right, well, let's wrap this up, guys. DurianRider, Mr. Harley, thank you for coming by.
I think we could talk a lot more, and I'll be happy to do some more. I think people get a lot of value out of these discussions.
I think so too, and I like to keep them. I mean, I've been going over 3 hours. We've been on for like about 2 hours of it. I want to keep you fresh on the channel. You know what I'm saying? Hey, time flies when you're having fun. I want to make it so that there's something to do next time. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to blow it up. So thanks for coming on again, and I'm glad we got everything worked out. And I'm sure
maybe we can take some questions ahead of time or something like that, or you could write down some questions and people can submit them or whatever.
Yeah, maybe we can do some sort of post or something on Instagram. Take those type of questions, but people are pretty good about writing in the chat.
You're right.
So, but it's hard to do when you're trying to talk and read the chat. But anyway, so thanks again for coming in, and we will talk to you later.
Just lastly, maybe you could do a video Instagram, and people could like the questions they want answered, and the questions with the most thumbs up, we cover those next time.
Okay, I'll think about how to work it.
Yeah, either way.
All right, my man. I'll see you later.
Peace out.
Okay, the infamous DurianRider. Well, the plant-based news was in the chat earlier, guys, for a long time. Sounds like they wanna get in the mix. So if we get plant-based news, I'd be happy with that, and that would be a good one, I think. Plant-based news. I think that guy is honestly plant-based news. The reporter dude. I think that he is actually in the search of answers, but I think he's taking the paycheck, and I think he struggles with some of the answers that he hears out of these vegan doctors and stuff like that. Like, I think he's genuinely interviewing these people and they're giving him an answer and he's just like, okay, well, I guess I gotta agree with that because, I'm getting paid. I think Harley's 40, guys. 40. I think he's 40. Yeah. Something like that. He's definitely 40 plus. I know that. Anyways, the chat is so lagged. I will never make this mistake again, guys. I love interacting on a super quick basis with everybody, but it's like 15 seconds, no big deal. Anyway, so if you've got any outgoing questions, Megan, you were here the whole time. I love you. Thank you for showing up. And everybody who was here. There's so many people here that were since the beginning of the stream. That's incredible. Who is out here giving me 4 hours of their time on a Friday night? I love you. There we go. 41. DurianRider's 41. Hey, thank you, Eli. I appreciate that. I do what I can, man. When you go into interviewer, this wasn't an interview. This was more of a debate. Or not a debate. This was more of a discussion. Just me and DurianRider talking. You know, full interview mode, I would basically keep my like opinion and interjections out of it, which I think I could do. But this was more of just like a chat back and forth. I wanted it to be entertaining. I wanted to like go with videos that we pull up. It was the first time being able to play around with the videos and show him the audio and shit. That's so dope. Hey, DurianRider, you inspired me and my brother to start riding bikes. He's got the TCR Advanced SL2, hot yellow, and he is fast as shit. Top 5 in Orange County on some of the segments, right? That's pretty good. Out of several thousand people, pretty good. Oh, Thursday. Oh no, it's Friday. I'm guessing you're gonna go dance at the Space in Hilo. Oh, we got to get Jason. Oh, this is going to be the first vegan that we're going to give the moderator status to. First vegan we have moderator status. That's dangerous. I'll ban him if he abuses it. Yeah, Gung Fu. My goal with bringing people on the channel is I want to create a space where, like, even if they're super hardcore in their videos in front of the camera, I want to bring them into a place where like we both meet in this neutral ground and we can just like discuss as human beings as if we were like sitting in a living room having a beer and talking about shit. Like I want them to drop their personality, I'll drop my personality, and we can mix it up, you know? Yeah, DurianRider has way more balls than most vegans. He's actually willing to come on stream, chop it up. Sure, he thinks everybody's on steroids and that's his go-to answer, but you know what? That's what he believes. And when I look at DurianRider and when he gives his answers live, like I think he's trolling a bit sometimes, but I think he's also believing in what he's saying. And that's a better position to be in than a lot of these people who just don't even show up in the first place. Interview Freely next. If she wants to come on the channel, she can come on the channel. You notice I called her out for, you know, being skinny, being anemically white, and she didn't even respond to that in her video she made about me and Elise, Raw Alignment. So, anyways, questions, let them rip. I'm probably going to peace out in the next couple minutes here. Again, thank you all for showing up. Friday night, this was a big stream today. We handled it well. And what do we got next? Who would you guys like to see me get on the show? Who hasn't been on the show yet that needs to come on? I want to hear what you guys say, and I'll try and get a hold of them. I have a feeling that Plant-Based Athlete will be the next guy. If you guys want to see Plant-Based Athlete on the show, let me know. And, maybe we can work that angle. Yeah, Sarah, DurianRider was here for a couple hours. You got to rewind. We've been going for 3.5 hours. I was high carb, low fat for a long time, David. Yeah, over 2 years I did that. Let's talk about fruit being the diet for immature people who didn't get enough love from their families. That's an interesting point. I don't know if I agree with that. I would have to think about that, but it's pretty funny. Nah, Simnet. I'm gonna make an edited video about Simnet, and I don't think Simnet would ever show up here for sure. You want Frank Tufano on the show? Frankie boy. Do you guys think Frank would want to come on the show? I don't know. I think I'm too small time for him. I already did respond to Vegetable Police. What are you talking about, John Doe? That was a while ago, bruh. We want to hear about DurianRider's story of throwing the roommate's bike in the pond and stealing his girl. I'd like to hear that too. That sounds pretty funny. Yeah, Sarah, I want you to come on. Hit me up. Do you have Instagram at DrewMorg? Just find me on there. I would love to get you on next. Like a weekend thing with you would be great. We'll get you on nice and early. Let people who are like cleaning their house and running errands and stuff just like tune in and watch that. I think it would be amazing. Chris Grant, why do vegans rely on data and science-based research and carnivores rely on my experience and anecdote? It's obvious the evidence is not supporting the carnivore diet. Well, we see vegans falling apart left and right, and we go back to eating animal foods and we feel much better. And at the end of the day, the science is based on human anecdote. So I don't see why our anecdote doesn't matter. One's an anecdote in a scientific setting, typically epidemiology. These guys are putting these numbers together, but apparently my experience doesn't matter. Very strange that you guys ignore that data. I find that somewhat disingenuous and also arrogant, thinking that you have the answer when there's so many things pointing to the fact that the vegan diet long term is not working for people. Does work for some people. Doesn't mean it's going to work forever. That's my take on it. I've seen a lot of long-term vegans, multiple 10+ year vegans who did it all right. They ate from the land that they grew the damn food outside their door, and the shit still failed. So there you go. Yeah, that's true, Mariel. I do know some big people. Sarah, I would love to get you on next. Honestly, I think that your story excites me the most. Risk of death. If you look at the studies, actually, all-cause mortality is high in vegans as well. Same. One of the best guys that does a thing on this is a Dr. Darren Schmidt. He debunks all kinds of vegan studies. He even shows this chart that proves that, well, not proves, it's again, he's even careful about saying that. He says that you cannot determine causation from correlative data. However, what they do is they take like dozens or hundreds of studies and they relate cholesterol to all-cause mortality. And what they basically found was there's a magic range between like 220 and 260 or something like that, where if you have this cholesterol, you're like basically disease-proof. And whereas if you have lower cholesterol, you actually have a much higher risk of all-cause mortality. And they take like so many studies and compile them together, and they just look at cholesterol. And basically, higher cholesterol is better in terms of every single health marker, as far as every single disease marker gets a lower rate of disease based on your higher cholesterol. You say BS, you can say whatever you want. I think that the carnivores and the animal foods people have way better results than the vegans on the large. I'll post your shitty PubMed data, dude. Whatever. J-Tux, thanks for the $2, bro. Dude, let's chat. Let's have a chat. Debates, as fun as they are to watch people clash swords and like yell at each other, it gets people's egos too involved. You gotta speak to people's heart, and like they might let some information out in the context of a conversation that they won't let out in the context of a formally edited video, So it's more clues to the insight of the information. Okay, Chris Grant. Here, I'm gonna post the video that I'm talking about with Darren Schmidt. I really recommend you guys to watch it. Let's see. The mother. Oh, sorry.
Hey, it's Dr. Schmidt. So you've heard.
The mother of all epidemiological studies says this about cholesterol. Check this out. Everybody should go watch that video today. Put that on your radar. It's only 8 minutes long. Super interesting. Super interesting video. Vegans have the data. Vegans have no data, bro. Vegans have the most short-term science of all time. First of all, they don't have real science. They have epidemiology. They have correlative studies. They don't have real shit. They have like very few positive showing double-blind clinical trials and all this stuff. It shows you disregard science. You're so stupid. All right, you're getting banned because I'm just annoyed by you. Goodbye. Anyway, so go watch that video and you can learn a little bit more about real science. Correct. Much of the science of epidemiology is not strong. So that's the science that they're basing everything on. And again, it doesn't hold up to real stuff. Like I heard Jackson today, he talked about how there is an increase in heart disease from consuming eggs by like 10 to 15%. For a percentage to even be considered statistically significant, I believe it has to be like 100 or 200%. So at 10 or 15%, it doesn't even blip the radar in terms of like real science, in terms of even starting to create a conclusion from a theory or a hypothesis in terms of epidemiological blah, 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 studies. Why did it take you so long to realize veganism is death? We need to know this answer so we can help the vegans. I don't think it's death. I just think that it's, I think that it's, like when you change things with the vegan diet, like when you go vegan, you're generally taking things out. So like at first you get some decent results. So once you like confirm your bias, it makes it very hard to step away from it. So the people who get, good results right off the bat as a vegan, they're the hardest to take away from the diet. If that makes sense. So yeah, I would check out that. Yeah, Eco Steve, exactly. 220 to like 260. Basically what he shows in the video is that your risk for all cause mortality is the lowest between that range. And it's much higher the lower you go. It takes into account like tons of cholesterol studies. Amazing video. You got it, Dragon. All right, guys, let's wrap this up. It's 7:30 p.m. I'm sure you guys have shit to do. It's Friday night. Some of you are not even in the United States. So, yes, I'm a science denier. Nope, I just listened to both sides. That's the difference between me and the vegan scientists. I actually listen to both sides. One side has much more sound data and also has good results to back it up in real life, which vegans do not have. I wish I had 400 cholesterol. That might be too high. Is there any vegan I fear debating? I guess not. Anyway. All right, guys. Take care. Appreciate everybody cruising through. And, hey, man, keep trucking. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We're going to have some edited videos coming up and then hopefully some more lives. And we will leave it at that. Thanks again to DurianRider. See you guys. Have a good night.